see if I can actually pull up this video on here. Doesn't seem like it yet. Okay, come on now. Come on now. Why doesn't that show up for me, man? Come on, man. Am I supposed to see my own video? Oh, because it's unlisted, man. Come on now. Public. There we go. Okay. Oh, goodness. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Is that Kratz? No. I didn't check my teeth. I never check my face or my teeth before anything. Should probably go do that. Actually, I don't want to play this game. I want to play Link to the Past, I think. I want to play Link to the Past. Yeah, let's play Link to the Past. Oh yeah, I got fluid in my teeth. Come on, man. I gotta check that. I gotta check that. Or maybe I want to play Link to the Past. I don't know. Let's play this for now. Hello, Chris. How are you today? Whoa, mama. You know, I don't think I started the stream properly. I'm not sure people even got notified of this. That's okay. It's okay. This is mostly just me procrastinating. I could start the edit of the new episode today, which I may still do, but kind of would rather do this. And it's been a while since we've had a stream, so I feel like, you know, it's about time. It's about time. Did I unmute? Yeah, I unmuted. Okay, cool, cool. Oh, this level. Oh, you know, this might have been why I stopped playing last time I was streaming. I was definitely playing Yoshi's Island last time I was streaming. Oh, mamma mia. Oh, mama. How's the weather for everybody? I went out for a run today and it was 70-some degrees today, which I don't know what that is in the proper Celsius measurements, but that's effectively quite warm. But you know, this was the one year in a while that I've actually felt like summer didn't last long enough. And maybe that's partially because summer was totally ruined by a global pandemic, but I'm not quite ready for winter. I'll deal with it, but I have played a little bit of 3D All-Stars, like a couple hours. Haven't played that much of it. It's good. I enjoyed it quite a bit. Lee, we're glad you could catch part of the transmission, the broadcast. I don't know how long I'll be going, but maybe I'll be going long enough that you could catch more of it later on another break. Glad you enjoyed Dolly Sods, Chris. We're going to definitely do some hiking in the winter. We went to... This is a live stream exclusive, but we went to Tennessee. Which actually, is this the first time we've been to Tennessee? Maybe. Well, at least for Adventure Archives, I think this is the first time. Oh, is Smokies in the Tennessee? Smokies is in Tennessee, right? Yeah, I think the Smokies is in Tennessee. Not 100% sure on that. It's been so long since we did that I don't remember anymore. But it was great, man. Weather was perfect. In fact, we really lucked out on the weather because we could have done it this weekend. But we were like, no, let's just go ahead and get out and do it. And I'm really glad we did because it's already hot out. Or it's hot again, I should say. Dun, 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 dun. You can call me Drebin. Very funny story about Drebin and that line. I used to make Halo montages and, or do they call it montage? Montage. And at the very end I put in a Metal Gear Solid 4 quote. And there was a part where I just put in Drebin saying, you can call me Drebin. And then my friend thought it said, you can call me Drippy. So for just years, that's what he thought it was. It was quite humorous. You can call me Drippy. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. What was I saying about Drebin? Drebin Drippy? Anyway, I should replay Metal Gear Solid 4. That was a great game, man. And it's been so long since I've played it. I remember so little of the actual experience of playing it. I only remember like the big story beats. Oh, I do remember that one level though where there's a dude following you. He's tailing you and then you're like, while you're playing, every now and then you see something and you're like, was that somebody following me? And then finally you catch them. Or at least you see that they're actually following you. That is such a cool moment. I don't have Twitter or Discord, but there is a Discord for Adventure Archives. Actually, while I was streaming on Twitch, which I did for a year or two, or maybe not even a year, maybe for like 6 months, there was a Discord made. If any of the regulars pop into the chat, they can drop that link. The AA Discord, there's definitely a link. And there's definitely a way to join it. I don't know what it is. So, but somebody can post it, I'm sure. Oh, this is where I came in from, okay. Drebin, as long as you keep joining the streams, I'll keep saying the same thing. You can call me Drebin is one of my favorite lines ever. We went to Big South Fork, and it was fantastic. It's very similar to Red River Gorge, which I guess makes sense. I think it's part of like the same forest system. Perfect weather, wasn't crowded. Great campsites. Especially after last time just having such a rough time finding a campsite, it was great to just be able to find a campsite easily. Ooh, got it. No. You can call me Drippy. Yeah, I'm about to turn 36. I'm currently 35. But that is 100% truth. Oh, you know, doing a live video edit, there's a reason why I haven't done that actually. And it's just because I don't want to show all the stuff that doesn't make it in. Like lots of times there's nudity. I shouldn't say lots of times, but there is sometimes nudity where like I take off a towel and I throw it across the room. And I can't edit that live and not show that, you know? But I would like to show the editing process because it is kind of interesting. Especially to see somebody who actually uses keyboard shortcuts. Whenever you look at like tutorial, I really want to make a Premiere tutorial because I've seen the tutorials online and they're all like, they don't show you how to edit practically. They just show you like, physically, yes, they are showing you how to edit, but if you actually had to edit the way that they show you, man, there'd be no way. You'd be stuck editing for the rest of your life. You need to use keyboard shortcuts, ripple trims, ripple edits, all sorts of stuff like that. You can do it without, and I'm sure you can get pretty efficient. Like I didn't use keyboard shortcuts for years. Do I got everything? Oh, I got everything. And then right around the time we started Adventure Archives, I was like, dude, why haven't I been using keyboard shortcuts? Let me keyboard shortcut this up. Is there save states in this? I don't think there is. Yeah. But it's like a glorious thing. Once you know the keyboard shortcuts, it's not, editing becomes it's more like drawing, you know, like where it's very live and tactile. And like the ideas in your head can come out really quickly. But yeah, doing a live edit at some point is definitely something I should do. Yeah, like editing on your phone, that's gotta be brutal. The reason I don't do Discord is actually because like I get too self-conscious about that type of stuff anyway. I don't want to know what people think too much about the stuff that I make. How am I supposed to hit this dude? Oh, I can jump on him. That's right, that's right, that's right, that's right. Ah, no. Ah. Do I have any stars? I don't. Okay, let's see if I can make a star real quick. Oh, yeah, I did it. Oh, no, but I got hit. And again. Oh, this is Chinua Achebe. Chinua Achebe. Okay, we're in trouble now. Come on, man. This is going real bad. I just want to get the 30 stars. There we go. There we go. Ah. Is it even possible? It's probably not possible at this point. Ah! Yeah, it's not possible. We'll just beat him. It's fine. But there is a AA Discord, and you can interact with other people, and you can talk with each other to your heart's content. I will not be participating, though, unfortunately. I think Brian participates on occasion, though, so you can talk to Brian. Ah, man. Okay, I don't know why I kept trying to get the thing. Dun, dun, dun. Thank you, Remy. Glad you like the new intro. Oh, you can't share the link in chat. Somebody send it to me, and I will see if I can get the link. If anybody's got a way to yeah, send me an email. I'll open my email, and I'll post the link. Why not let that glorious hair grow long again? I'm kind of afraid what would happen if I did grow it long, because my hair is thinning like in a patch right here. I don't know if you can see that. See that? I don't know why just that one side. This side's not nearly as bad. And baldness doesn't really run in my family, so it's kind of weird. But I feel like if I grew it long, that'd be super obvious. I don't know. My hair has been a disaster for like 2 years now. It's almost like my signature at this point, so I'm just live with it. I'm just live with it. You know what I'm saying? It's all good, baby. It's all good. I can usually get it into some sort of manageable shape when it's actually cut. I haven't had a professional cut my hair, man, in like a year, maybe a little less than a year. It was probably like sometime at the end of 2019. And it's so funny, before the pandemic started, I was like, man, I really need to get my hair cut. And then once the pandemic was about to start, I was like, I really should get my hair cut. I didn't get it cut. So now it's just kind of the mess you see. It was at its worst though, when we did that Simul Hike episode. Holy cow. Like, my hair has always been some form of disaster. Like, I mean, it's not a disaster, but it's never been like, I've never been known for my hair, right? Well, there was a period of time, like 2010 to like 2014, where my hair was really good. Like, I kept it cut, I kept it styled, kept it nicely waxed. Some good looking hair. Those days are gone. They could be back, but I just, man, until the pandemic's over, I don't even care to think about it, really. But the glorious long hair, I don't know about that. First of all, I'm not sure how glorious it was, but second of all, I didn't get rid of it because of necessarily the way it looked. I got rid of it because it was a pain. It's like I never washed it, so I get really bad dandruff. And then washing it was such a pain that I was just like, I don't want to deal with this anymore. Anyways, it was one of those things that, like, you know, everybody has, you have like this, you have a bucket of caring, right? Like, and every time you care about something, it fills up the bucket. And then stuff will be removed and replaced as time goes on. My bucket has just never had any room for caring that much about my hair. And I want to care a little bit more, but I just don't. So, yeah. What season did we go in for Grayson? Man, I can't remember. Take whatever month that video came out and maybe just go back 2 months or a month and a half, and that's whenever we went. Well, thank you, Drebin. That was very kind of you. Speaking of which, we'll do another meetup at some point. We did an Adventure Archives meetup at some point. Not at some point. We did 2 Adventure Archives meetups right after the road trip, or at the end of the road trip. And those were great. Like the California one was awesome because there wasn't that many people. So we got to meet everybody and talk with everybody quite in depth. We did one in Columbus that was just crazy how many people showed up. It was like 100 people, man. We didn't take enough video or pictures of it because we were actually trying to interact with people, but it was unbelievable that that many people showed up. It was great though. Talking with everybody, and meeting everybody, it was cool. But yeah, after the pandemic is nice and over, which in the US doesn't look to be anytime soon. It's not looking to be anytime soon. I'm gonna tell you something, man. If you get a virus, dude, I've had one bad viral illness. And that was mononucleosis, caused by ye old Epstein-Barr virus. And let me tell you, I suffered side effects. Like, first of all, I was sick for a month. I've definitely talked about this before, so I apologize if you've already heard this, but sick for a solid month, and then had like, how do you get in there? Oh, you gotta use one of them dudes. Dudes aplenty. Sick for a solid month, and then for like 2 years after that, I just did not feel the same. Dang it. There we go. So just, my one piece of advice is just don't be macho. Don't be macho, you will regret it. This is a cool puzzle. Do, do, do. Can I get over there? I'm not gonna risk it. Rice and Ruin. What? I gotta remember what that looks like. Hold on. Man, this music's so good. It's all about the melodies, man. You gotta have melodies. Oh, that looks dope. Oh, you know, I think I saw this when it was announced, but I totally forgot about it. Sweet, okay. 13 minutes of gameplay. Let me look at this real quick. Oh, that's a little bit Muramasa-ish. Looks cool. I probably won't be getting that right away though because I got lots of other games in the pipeline, but yeah, that looks great. Hyrule Warriors, I will definitely be getting, maybe not right away though. I've got 2 games that I'm playing at the moment. Well, 3. Star Wars Squadrons, 13 Sentinels, and Hardcore Mecha. Hardcore Mecha is awesome. In fact, we'll probably play that a little bit later in the stream. But that is a great game. It's like Cybernator with more boosting. It's really cool. Also, let me know if that music echoes too bad. Well, we use the Katahdin Hiker Micro Filter, something. Which we just discovered something about that, which you'll see in the next episode, that it's crazy that we didn't know about. I have not been to Connecticut, but I have. But I did just send in a lens for repair, because in the last episode I actually broke a lens, which was just such a dumb break. Like, it didn't. I don't know how much the repair is going to cost, but the break actually wasn't that bad. It just like popped the outer layer and the focusing ring off. That's not something I can fix, but it's also the lens still works. So the repair shouldn't be that extensive. So I'm hoping it'll be cheaper than past repairs. But even at worst, I think the out of warranty cost is like $250. So that's not too bad. But we'll see. I don't know how much it's gonna cost. It was a really dumb mistake. It was dark out, and then we were doing our bear hang, and Brian and Andrew were trying to tighten the thing, and then I was not satisfied with the job they were doing. So I was like, oh, let me come and help. So then I set the tripod up, but I didn't set it up securely, and it was dark, so I couldn't even tell that I hadn't done it. And then just next thing we know, we heard the tripod falling, and I was like, oh man. And I was really scared because it was the A7S III. I thought I had broken the A7S III. Fortunately, it was just the 20mm lens, which is not a super expensive lens. So even if it had totaled the lens, it would probably have been fine, but that's what happens, man. Just stuff, you know, stuff breaks. Daraja Boops, one of the all-time best names. See you later. Good luck at work. Oh, Marie Fisher, can you send a link to the Discord? For the AA Discord? Somebody was asking for the Discord link. And they can't post it because of the YouTube chat thing. Oh no. Oh no. It's weird. I love doing things fast, right? Like doing things fast to my own detriment even lots of times. But for whatever reason, speed running in particular has never really appealed to me that much. I feel like it's all of the practice required kind of turns me off of it. I like doing things hastily, but not well considered, you know what I mean? Like speedrunners, they're doing things super fast, but it's not like it's not well considered, you know what I mean? Like they've spent many hours practicing and routing and, you know, all that stuff. I just want to run around like a little kid and do things real fast. Can I get up there? That doesn't help. I don't think those are red coins though, so I don't even need to get up there. Yeah, those aren't red coins. Okay, no problem. Okay, Marie Fisher with the Discord link. Drebin, I'm not selling the old camera just yet. I will be doing, oh no! I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing with it yet. My hope actually is, they announced the Panasonic GH6. Here's my wish list for the Panasonic GH6. I want 6K video. I want 4K 120 FPS. I want phase detect autofocus. You do those three things, Well, actually, all you need to do is 4K 120 and phase detect autofocus. If you do those two things, I will definitely buy a GH6, and I will have A7S III and a GH6, and it's gonna be glorious, and the world will be right, and it's gonna be wonderful, fantastic, and it's just gonna be a great time. Just everybody's gonna be happy. Barring that, if that doesn't happen, and the GH6 sucks, what I will do is I will sell the GH5, all my micro four thirds lenses, and I will get another A7S III. In that case, then I will be selling my GH5, and I will let you guys know. Although every time I've tried to sell anything on the vlog, nobody ever wants it. Like either it's like slightly out of people's price range, or some, actually, there's been times where people have said they would buy things, but oops. Lots of times I don't want to sell it to the vlog because I don't feel good about charging the actual price I could get on eBay to people who watch the vlog. I'm like, I feel like I should give you a discount, but I also want the money. So then I'm just like, I'm just gonna sell this on eBay. Oh my God, sorry guys. This is the game that like punishes you for playing badly. Like as a stream game, it's like incumbent upon me as the player to do a good job just so that people who are watching can have a better time. Last episode, you got a shot where you're walking in a line towards the camera, but it was from an elevated perspective. Was that a drone shot, or did you film with a tripod in the air? Love the channel. Thank you, Krista. We used the drone for 3 shots. The opening car shot, there's like, just while we were at a rest area, I just filmed a top-down shot. It was just some random red car. Oops. That was one drone shot, and then there was 2 drone shots at the very end. Those were both taken at the parking lot of Dolly Sods because you can't actually use drones in the wilderness area. Ooh. Oh, the thing disappeared. So, yeah, that was the final shot where we're sitting on the rock and it goes back, and then the forward shot, like after we get to the car, it's just like showing a bunch of greenery of the hills and stuff. Which really sucks, dude. Using a drone in Dolly Sods would be so great. Oh my goodness, man. Just the big, beautiful fields. Come on. Come on, dude. I was about to say something that is not entirely true, but in some ways it's true. No, I'm not gonna say that because then if I say that, it's like you can make a soundboard with me saying that. Just imagine it in your head, it's pretty funny. It's like that Calvin Hobbes, he's like, there was this joke I heard at school today. And I was like, well, I can't really remember it, but try to imagine it, you'll laugh. But yeah, we didn't do any drone shots during the actual meat of the episode, so it must have just been like a higher up shot from like a rock or I don't know what. Yeah, speedrunners have to use glitches and stuff, and I'm just like, I don't like discovering that stuff. And like, there's just a certain breed of people, and that has to be genetic, man. The type of person who can really get into speedrunning and just loves the minutia of it. It's like the same thing, like why I like the minutia of, you know, like video quality. Look at this. You guys gotta see this, man. Look at this. Look at those pixels, dude. Look how sharp those are. Come on. Oh, we gotta go to manual focus. Yeah, come on. Wait, where'd it go? Oops. Yeah, look at this. Look at that. Look at how sharp Yoshi is, man. Come on. Look at this detail. Good God, those little pixels will cut your eyeball, man. Like the people who are obsessed with that type of thing, I feel like, well, I don't know what contributes to it exactly, but like just recording stuff, it's always been an obsession of mine. And then really high quality recordings, also are an obsession. And in the same way, I feel like people who do speedruns, it's like you're just born with it. Leo, thank you. Glad you like the Japan videos. I can't wait to get back. It's gonna be a while though. But me and Daryl, man, we've got some videos in the works. And by that I mean Daryl's doing all of the work. The upfront work anyway. I'll do all the filming. Although he's probably gonna do some filming too. I love this music so much. It's just like a little light conversation. That's what melodies are, dude. Just like little they're answering each other, you know? Oh man, just music is my like arch nemesis, but also my most passionate lover. And me and music, man, is like one of those love-hate relationships. I love it so much, and it is so abusive to me. Ken, welcome. Hold on, wait a minute. We missed a message from Marie Fisher. I'm sorry to hear about your basement. Oh, the Rode Wireless Go. No, actually. You know, the Rode Wireless Go is really cool. And I'm sure I could find some use for it. And in fact, I would like it much more than what I'm currently using, which is the, what is this called? The Rode Link. Is that gonna focus? My face is in the way, I think. How come this is not focusing on things in the foreground? What's going on? What's going on, Sony a7S III? Is it my focus settings? What's going on here? Oh, that's probably too close for this lens. That was probably why. Anyway, the Rode Link, which is good, but it uses AA batteries and it's huge. You have a big old thingamajig, and then you got a big old thingamajig on top of the camera, and then you got a, well, I caught that yellow thing on accident. Then you got to keep these AA batteries charged. If I used this more often, I would have upgraded. Or is it a side grade? It's probably an upgrade, actually. Upgrade to the Rode Wireless Go a while ago. But we just don't use the wireless mic for episodes. And I'm only using it today for this live stream because I was too lazy to hook up the good microphone, like the actual mic. It's the portability and ease of use of a lav mic is really nice, but anyway. Yeah, camera conspiracies is so funny. That dude is so, if you're a camera nerd, it's like, everything he says is just so on point. I eventually had to stop watching though. Actually, once I got the a7S III, I unsubscribed from pretty much all camera channels. I think I'm still subscribed to Philip Bloom, Gerald Undone, and maybe still DP Review, but probably not even DP Review anymore. The problem is that now that I've got the perfect camera, I don't need to keep searching, you know? It's like the old metaphor about the raft and getting across the stream, you know? Once you get across the stream, you don't need to carry the raft with you. You know, you can stop looking for a good raft. You can just be like, okay, I'm good to go, y'all. And all those camera YouTube channels, they just make me want to buy stuff. And that's you guys know this. You guys know the feeling, man. You're a modern person on the internet. You know how it's just mostly the internet's just trying to sell you stuff, which is, I mean, it's fine. Like, we don't need to make too much of a commentary on that, but I mean, it speaks for itself. Speaking of which, you guys see that Social Dilemma documentary on Netflix? I feel like the social media addiction is such an outdated thing. Nobody's addicted to social media anymore. I could be completely wrong. I could be totally off my rocker. But just for me, the things I'm addicted to are just like the information. You know, that's why Twitter is like my drug of choice. That's why I don't have a Twitter account. It's because the need to just see, well, I know I'm contradicting myself by saying the addiction to social media is not real when Twitter's social media. My point is that the addiction to approval, I feel like that's so much less now. Maybe it's like still a thing for young people, but just, I don't know any adults who are still addicted to the like button, you know, and who look for that validation from stuff that they post online. Maybe I'm completely wrong and I'm just looking at it through my own sphere. But like the whole desire to have the like button and then to have your lifestyle validated and then to post like pictures of your fake lifestyle on Instagram and stuff. I don't know, I just feel like people see through that so much more now, but maybe I'm wrong, as I said. But the thing that gets me is just the constant desire for new information. And in the past, it used to be more manageable, right? Like being addicted to new gaming info was not that bad, right? Because you only had so much gaming info to absorb and then you had to go do something else. Like, oh yeah, I'll just go, I just wait till E3 and then that's the big info dump. But now there's constantly new information and companies are like drip feeding it out, and every day is a possible new announcement from Nintendo, like, oh, new Nintendo Direct today, baby. New information on this and that. And it's super addictive. Like Twitter, oh my God. Twitter, the way I finally dealt with it was I bookmarked the people who post really good, interesting stuff. I bookmarked all of their pages. And then when I had that desire to get that, like, that craving for information and new links to look at and whatnot, then I'll just go to each person's Twitter page. Instead of having this timeline where it's just a constant I can pull down and then see like, oh, it's just like a never-ending feed. It's this way it's much more controlled and I can be like, okay, let me just I'm gonna check out my boy John Syracusa, see what interesting stuff he posted. Like that's how I found Ted Lasso. He posted some retweet of somebody talking about why Ted Lasso is so great, and then I watched it, I was like, man, this is great. But I've discovered so many things from Twitter just like that I felt like Twitter can be a really good thing. Finding interesting stuff that other people helped curate. Like you find somebody whose opinion you like, or just who posts stuff that you find interesting. And then you follow their page and you can find out all sorts of cool stuff. And they'll post interesting stuff. It's great. I don't participate in that, so I'm kind of a leech, but I think that's okay. I participate and try to contribute in other ways in my videos and stuff, but yeah, as far as like actual like approval and validation and stuff from social media, who's still suffering from that? If you are still suffering from that, my condolences, and I don't mean to belittle your plight, but I just felt like that was the big flaw of that movie, Social Dilemma, is that it's not that big of an issue. The bigger issue is the algorithms controlling what we see. And what do they call that? The echo chamber. Yeah, the echo chamber effect that's happening where you just like listen to people who are reinforcing your own false opinions. not even false opinions, because I guess opinions can be they're technically not true or false, but feeding you the same like false narratives and just reinforcing something that you shouldn't be believing. You know what I mean? Without getting into specifics. But yeah, basically there's basically my big problem is just the desire for information all the time. Christopher, I'm glad you found me. Or the videos, I suppose. Yeah, I had never been to Hokkaido either, actually, before that trip. And I was just like, dude, I gotta go to Hokkaido, man. Everybody was talking about Hokkaido. And it was awesome. It was just kind of a weird thing. I was just like, dude, what? I've got this rail pass, and I can go anywhere in Japan. Does that mean I can go all the way to like the northernmost tip? And it turns out, yes. Yes, you can. Yeah, when I go back next time, I'm gonna try to go to the southernmost tip. I think that would be great. Oh, I don't like these games. I'm just gonna skip this. Oh man, yeah, South America is definitely a place I gotta go. Yo, that's a good, so yeah, Creasa says, are you an achievement hunter in games? That requires a similar impulse to speedrunning, I think. I have tried to get into achievements before. It is weird how immune I am to them. They provide no pull to me whatsoever. I look at them and I'm like, I don't want to do those at all. It's the exact opposite of the effect of like addiction. It's like de-addiction. In the same way, gambling is the same way. Like I think gambling's genetic too. I don't know anything about that, so please don't tear my head off if I'm completely wrong about that, but there's gotta be a genetic component to gambling because that impulse doesn't make any sense. Like there's no rational impulse behind that, especially when you're losing, you know? Gambling has no effect on me. Sometimes I almost want it to have more of an effect. So I'm like, man, where's the fun in this? I want to see the fun. I want to see the fun that these people are having. Does nothing for me. It's like, you get like, as soon as I lost $10, I'm like, man, this sucks. Why did I waste my $10 on this? Oh, this part's fun. Oh man, speaking of which, the GBA version of this game has some great... Oh man, I missed the stars again. Oh wait, I can use this. Wait, that didn't work. I thought those were stars. I guess I was wrong. Okay, well, whatever. That's interesting you should say that, Sal, because I felt like people were grabbing up all the CRTs the last couple of years. Dude, in 2015 or so, the Super Nintendo boom occurred. I don't know if it's gonna happen with PS1, N64, or PS2, Xbox, like those two generations. But I will say, if you want to collect any games from those, you should do it like right now. Because if that boom happens again, it's just gonna be like... The Super Nintendo boom calmed down though, at least. I contemplated selling my Chrono Trigger cart during that. Super glad I didn't, because I would have regretted it till the end of my days. I have regretted every game I've ever sold. Like I finally was like, dude, stop selling your games. I did this big purge where I sold every DVD I owned, and that was probably still a net benefit. I'm actually probably still glad I did that. Remember I got like $250 for the Eureka 7 anime collection. Like for some reason I had that, that's a long story, but anyway, that was a kind of rare box set. I think you can get it really easily now, but at the time it was kind of rare. And I didn't even realize it was rare. It's just I was selling everything and I sold it for $250 and I was like, oh, great. Anyways, what was I saying? Oh, CRTs, yeah. So I feel like maybe I'm wrong, but I thought all the good CRTs were already snatched up and maybe people are getting rid of them. Maybe a bunch of people got into the boom and then sold all of their stuff, or is selling all their stuff, getting rid of it. I have 2 CRTs and I've tried to get rid of one of them for a while now. And then actually Michio, if he's still here, he convinced me. He was like, no man, don't do it. You'll be happy for like a day or 2 that you got rid of it, and then you're gonna be sad that you got rid of it later. And I'm like, you know what, you're right. And you know what? I am a good steward of CRT TVs. I will take good care of this and get good use out of it. Now the other one's just sitting in my bedroom, but it is being taken care of in a climate controlled room. I didn't do a very good job of that earlier when I had it sitting in my garage for a long time. And now the power button kind of also is the volume button for some reason. But it still works, especially with the remote. So we're all good there, don't worry. And it's a beautiful set, dude. It's a JVC, I think. A JVC iArt. And man, JVC iArt, dude, those are nice sets. I don't have any of the bulb CRTs, and the flat CRTs can have some, you can see like the image distort a little bit, but that's never bothered me, so. Anyways, CRTs. Get them if you can get them. Enjoy them if you got them. Oh, well, Michio, at least, I think he's still in the chat, but he says, I have the wireless Go and it's so light, charge lasts a while too. Yeah, I want to get it. I feel like it'd be really cool to have. Maybe I should just sell the Road Link. I could probably get at least $100 for the Road Link, and then I would have the wireless Go. Yeah, the good thing about the wireless Go though is that it's got a built-in mic. So if you just want a quick and dirty recording, you don't have to get a lav all set up and everything. You can just bang, 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 boom, boom, bang. Look up John Witherspoon steroids. That was a funny video back in the day. John Witherspoon is a funny dude. He's a really weird guy, but it was quite funny. How do I get to that? Oh, I can't get to it now. Whoops. Oh well. Oh man, Ken, yeah, dude. Yeah, 2021, man, Portland Retro Gaming Expo, that's happening. In fact, that's where we should do a vlog meetup. Portland Retro Gaming Expo. Michio, you gotta go, man. You live so close. There's no excuse. There's plenty of excuses. If you've got an excuse, that's no problem. But if you can make it. Doom scrolling, yeah, doom scrolling, man. During the height of the pandemic, I still had a Twitter handle, or a Twitter username with a bunch of people I followed, and I was like, no, I can't do this doom scrolling, man. I gotta stop, so I deleted my thing. Oh, Reddit, yeah, Reddit is the worst for information sucking, you know? It's just like this bottomless feed pit where you can just keep spooning into your mouth and you are never satisfied. Satisfaction never comes. It's just endless bites of ice cream. It's like trying to eat ice cream for dinner. It tastes so good for the first 20 bites, and then you're just like, man, I wish I had some hot, real food, just like some straight up green vegetables. I would just eat nothing but green vegetables for dinner. Yeah, tons of absurdly interesting information that you'll forget the next day. Yeah, so I forgot that kills you in one hit. Yeah, I guess I've never done any social interaction on Reddit before, so I've never gotten that good positive out of it. I've only gotten the negative of just losing hours and hours. Oh, this is the whole level? We're done with this game. Okay, I don't want to play, well, I guess that's fine. I was like, I kind of don't want to play a game on here and have it, so how do I get back up? Super effects, there we go. And then have my save on here, but whatever, that's fine. We'll do Link to the past. Because this is 1440p. Look at that, you can see it up at the top. It says 1440p. 1920 by 1440. And I'm playing it on the CRT at 512 by 224. That's native resolution, baby, apparently. But yeah, I stopped getting on Reddit years ago. Man, I was just like, I can't do this anymore. What if I just hit end? It doesn't let you. Okay, well, let's get Link. Link is a great name, man. Yeah, I think younger people probably feel it a lot more. You're probably right about the social media pressure. Inner city pressure. Let's fly to the Concords. Ah, Katrina, that sucks. Getting sick during a pandemic is the worst too, because then you're like, do I have the Rona? And you're like, oh man, I don't want it. But yeah, hope you feel better soon. 37-inch Sony Trinitron. That is insane. I'm using a 27-inch right now, which means that that's 10 inches bigger than this. Woo! This is a great game. Oh, the Wireless Go puffball sucks? That's weird. The Road Link's little puffball. In fact, let me go get that thing. That thing is fantastic. That is the best wind muff I've ever used in my life. Where is it? Is it not in here? Oh, here it is. You can see Andrew use it in the Yellowstone episode when he's like cooking ramen or something. Oh, that's the controller. Look at this thing. It's gonna try to focus on my face. Let's see if I can do that. Well, whatever, but there it is. And it's fantastic. But you put it on the lav mic, so it's not, doesn't go directly. I assume you're talking about the one that goes directly on the little square, right? Not the lav mic. Oh, Mook8515. Yes, I do have the link. Let me see if I can find it real quick. What was that called? Oh man. Uplink, right? Nope. Man, what did I call the video? Oh, I can just go to sort by unlisted, that'll work. Oh, LI Retro Talk, that's what I called it. Okay, hold on. I hit copy in the YouTube Studio thing, and then it just... It just gave me the title. I was like, that is not helpful. There we go. Okay, yeah, that's the link right there. Oh yeah, I probably should have done that. I'm always a default name guy though. Like in every game I play, I just want the default name. I want what the creator of the game, or the creators, intended. Not that they necessarily intended that, obviously they could let you choose whatever you want, but I wanted what their default was, what the standard vision is. I always like picking the well-rounded medium character, which actually we were just discussing that. In general, I do like the standard characters, right? Like I like your Ryus. I like the one dude from Wave Race 64, who's just like your standard guy, the first guy, the Hayabusa, I can't remember his name. Hayato, something like that. The only caveat to that is I usually pick a character who will have heavy attack damage. I just want to be up front, slashing away. I don't want fancy loadouts. I don't want magic. I want a sword and a shield, and I just want to attack. And this is one of my favorite songs ever coming up right here. Oh, Hyrule Castle, come on, it's so good, dude. Dun, 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 dun. What We Do in the Shadows, I was actually a little bit disappointed by it. It was good, don't get me wrong, but I thought it was gonna be much, much funnier than it was. I think I saw like one episode of the TV show. And it was pretty good. All right, I mean, it was fine. The movie was better though. But yeah, I thought I would have a much bigger attachment to it. Oh, you need Zelda for that, right? Inner city pressure. Oh man, New Zealand actually, I made a bucket list once. The only item on there was someplace in New Zealand. I was like, you gotta go here. Yeah, New Zealand's a definite, man. Hold the phone. I think my left and right channels are reversed. How did that happen? This must be reversed. Well, I'll fix it later. That's not that pressing an issue. But I don't know how that happened. Oh, got any spooky SNES games? That's a good question. I actually played Zombies Ate My Neighbors for the first time maybe just like a couple months ago, or sometime this year. It's not a very good game. I know it's kind of held in like a high nostalgic regard, but I was not impressed. Just, you know, here's the thing, is it's kind of weird how much art style and world affect my enjoyment of media. Like, if the art style and the world and stuff is not somewhere that I really appreciate, it's a lot harder for me to get into it, even if like the gameplay's good. I'm not a gameplay first person, which sounds insane. Like people always say like, oh man, it's the gameplay that matters most. I'm like, yeah, that's somewhat true. But I'll play a bad game with good music any day. I played the entire Final Fantasy 13 trilogy, and I loved it. Although I could argue that lots of the gameplay in that is actually pretty good, but the gameplay wasn't exactly its strong point. Although, I mean, the final Lightning Returns had some pretty great gameplay. But the music, oh, the music. Lightning Returns was definitely the best of the three games, but people had given up on it long before that. Now, Final Fantasy VII Remake, that's when you combine gameplay, music, world, story, all into just this delicious package that I just cannot get enough of. I'll just eat it up. How many hours did I play that game? I think I played it 80. Which actually I played Final Fantasy 15 more than that, even though 7 Remake blows Final Fantasy 15 out of the water. But like Crystal Chronicles, come on, man. Gameplay is not the best part of that game. The best part of that game is adventuring with your friends, the music, the visuals, the world. Oh, it's so good. Now, if you made the gameplay better, oh man, it'd be even better. But even just with what it has alone, fantastic. Crystal Chronicles, come on, man. I think we're finally gonna beat that game. We got stuck on the final boss in the GameCube days. And now, like, my character is actually almost strong enough to go through the dungeon by myself because we did some of the dungeons so many times that my character is pretty powered up. But I'm gonna get a few more artifacts, level up my character a bit, and then we'll tackle the final dungeon once again, and it's gonna be glorious. And I can finally see the ending to that game. I got the remastered soundtrack. Oh man, heavenly. The Crystal Chronicles soundtrack was one of my favorite soundtracks ever. In fact, if you watch today's vlog, the first song was featured music from that game. But with those remastered tracks, hearing those tracks I've heard like a billion times with just slight rendition or slight differences. I mean, some of the differences are actually pretty big, but isn't she supposed to open that for me? Oh, you know what? I'm thinking of the wrong thing. That's the very end of the game. This is, now we just go to the little basement thing, right? Anyway. Crystal Chronicles. Final Fantasy VII Remake. Lots of good games this year. The remake was great when it came out too, because it was like just a good time to get your mind off of the pandemic. Oh, welcome, Brian. Brian, did you guys play co-op Ghost of Tsushima yet? One of our viewers, April, who it turns out is a guy, so I apologize, April, that I said a she. But he sent us Ghost of Tsushima, and Andrew is playing the crap out of that game. And there's co-op mode, and I was like, I'll see if he can send another copy for Brian. And he was able to. So hopefully they have been able to play the co-op mode. Oh, I don't actually need to light those, do I? Terranigma. In fact, let me save real quick. Let's switch over to Terranigma. I started that on my Super NT. In fact, no, I'll play this a little bit more, then I'll pull it up. But Terranigma is one of those games that I wish so badly I had played at the time, because it would have a much bigger impact if I played it back then than I play it now. But even playing it now, I was like, wow, the music's so good, this gameplay's great, the world is awesome. That's one of those games that is right up my alley. So who asked that? Tebsan, yeah. You know my tastes. 2/4 teaspoons of vanilla. The clingers are here, Rob. Don't hold back. Well, let me tell you about lumberjack dildos. I know some of you know what I'm talking about. Probably most of you, actually. Okay, that's a funny thing. You should say Naughty Dog. Naughty Dog, I've played. I loved. Okay, let me back it up. Well, which order do I go in? Okay. Ostensibly, yes, off of what I just said, that story, world, and setting and stuff is more important than gameplay to me. That is true. But somehow with Uncharted, because it's always in the real world, oh man, I want to like Uncharted so much more than I do. First of all, I've played all 4 Uncharted games. I have not played the expansion, what was it called? Lost Legacy or something? And I didn't play the, oh, that's Last of Us, never mind. I played Uncharted 1, 2, 3. Okay, I played Uncharted 1, and I was like, oh man, that's got some potential. Played Uncharted 2 and I was like, wow, that was fantastic, man. The story got kind of stupid at the end, but whatever, that's fine. So many great set pieces and stuff. Played Uncharted 3 and I was like, are you really gonna end this game exactly the same way you ended Uncharted 2? Is that what's hot on the streets? And I was like, I'm done with Uncharted. I had a reasonably good time and it's an incredibly well-made game. But Uncharted in general, the climbing is so stupid. You're not actually playing the game. Well, I should say you're playing the game, of course, but you're not actually doing anything. There's no gameplay happening. It's just interactive, which is fine. Like I just said that gameplay is not as important to me, but it's so much of the game. And what I'm getting outside of the climbing is not nearly interesting enough for me to actually really get into it. And then the gunplay. The gunplay is the same problem that I have with Fortnite, where the guns don't feel immediate. If I shoot a gun, the distance or the time it takes for the bullet to leave my gun to hit the person should be nearly instantaneous unless it's like a rocket launcher. Or unless they're really far and then you have to slightly lead your shots, like with a battle rifle or whatever. But in Fortnite, they got these, like you can see the bullet trails and it just feels so bad. It doesn't feel snappy and satisfying at all. Like, play like Apex Legends or Titanfall or Halo or Call of Duty and you just fire that gun and it's just like so immediate and visceral and satisfying. Oh, it's fantastic. I don't need to talk to these guys, do I? Okay, meet the elder, okay. Okay, actually we will save here. Let me see if I can get my Super NT going here. I might be able to just do a quick HDMI swap and we'll be good to go, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh no, I can't, because if I did that, I can't do the dual output. Okay, never mind. We'll just load up Terranigma on here. Terranigma. It must be somewhere else. Translations, Terranigma. Why would it be in here though? T. It's not a special chip game, right? Where is it? Do I not have it? Maybe it has a different name? No, it doesn't have a different name. Let me think. Oh, maybe it's an unsupported chip game? I don't think so, though. Oh, this might, selections. But yeah, Uncharted, the gunplay feels like, it's just like, the guns are like, there's like a delay. It feels so artificial, bad. It's no good. I don't like it. So yeah, Uncharted 2 was fantastic. I never need to play an Uncharted game again. And man, Last of Us, great story, great like experience. But oh man, the puzzles were terrible. Just so terrible. And I was so bad at the stealth gameplay, I had no fun with that part. So overall, Last of Us was a great experience. That ending was pitch perfect. That final line, oh man, so good. And then I felt no need to play the second one, so. Naughty Dog makes incredible stuff, but yeah. Okay, let's play Neo Geo. Let's play the Neo Geo. We're about to play that Metal Slug. You better believe it. You better believe it. Which was the one that I really enjoyed? I can't remember now. Let's try Metal Slug X. Oh yeah, Link's pink hair, that was great.
Metal Slug.
Nothing like infinite credits, baby.
Marco. Mission 1. Start.
Wow, this music is way too loud and intense for me right now. Phasmophobia. Oh, you know, I saw that name, but I don't even know what it is. Overwatch was great. I played it a bit when it came out, and I enjoyed it quite a bit. I loved playing as Mercy and just reviving everybody. Oh, actually, you know what? I want to play a shoot 'em up. What was that one that I was playing one time that was real good? Robo Army? Maybe that was it. Yeah, Titanfall was fantastic. Apex is top notch, man. What am I doing? What's happening? C exit. C exit. There we go. Okay, this is definitely not it. Oh, Shock Troopers is great. I want something with good music. I want like a racing game with good music. F-Zero. I want to expand my horizons, but I'm really bad at expanding my horizons. Like, it's like almost like I have to get tricked into expanding my horizons. And then once it's in my horizons, then I'm all about it. But I'm very like resistant to outside recommendations, which is not good. Like, I don't think that's a good thing. It's really stupid, but maybe I'm not supposed to kill the cars. Wow, there's people jumping out of the ships. Oh, you know, there's a great game on Super Nintendo. We'll play this for a bit, but there's a... Wait, what button is that? Oh, I gotta find out what my buttons are set to. Define, never mind. I don't want to change them. See you, Sal. Yeah, I'll try to have a pizza party sometime. Okay, Hold on, I gotta, let's take a break. That's what we gotta do. Let's load the SNES core and then let's take a break while I catch up on this, get some water, and then I'll pick a game because my brain is too all over the place right now. The Last of Us all about pushing crates and starting generators. Exactly. Melee Lion, I'm glad I could be a positive force. Welcome from Austria. I would love to go to Austria at some point. I need to go to more Europe. I have no particular thoughts on furries. I don't know much about it. It's interesting subculture. Phasmophobia, okay. Let me go get some water, figure out what I'm playing next, and then we'll get back to it. Okay. Hello, everybody. I'm back. I've decided on the Xbox. I don't think I've fully decided on a game yet, but I think it may be. Actually, where do I need to sit? I need to sit over here. I may just drop into some Halo, some random multiplayer matches. Because I've found that I can't do any type of streaming where I have to like really focus, which I'm really impressed. Like people they can just straight up talk while they're playing story games or like games where you have to strategize and stuff. No clue how they do that. I cannot do that. Okay. Let's plug this bad boy in. HDMI Izzle. Yeah, there you go. Then I need to put the HDMI outlet into the capture card so I can see what I'm doing. Yeah, let's do HDMI out. Yep, there you go. There you go, that'll work. Gotta get a controller. Hold on. Hold on, we ain't done yet, youngin'. Kinda gotta go to the bathroom. I should have done that during my break. I'm gonna hold it for a little bit. I think it'll be fine for now. Yeah, no problem. Why isn't it showing up? Ah, man, come on. Come on. Why is setting stuff up like that sometimes, man? I feel like it just doesn't work. It just doesn't work the way it's supposed to work, you know what I'm saying? Shouldn't this all be automatic anyway? Pretty sure this should be automatic. This doesn't make any sense. Should be working. Okay, I gotta plug it in. Oh, that's because I put it into HDMI in, man. Duh. Come on. It's a user error, of course. There it goes. Now it's working. All right. Whew. Okay, we gotta change this. Test, test. You can't even hear me. You can't even hear me. Okay. You can hear me now, right? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay. You know what we're gonna have to do? We're just gonna have to reset. Transform, reset, transform. Then we're gonna move my face. I know I shouldn't do this. Because every time I do this, I'm gonna have to redo it later. Oh well, too bad. My games and apps. Let's check out what I got. Okay, let's see here. Am I gonna play Apex? No, Apex is a little too intense. Cuphead. Some potential there. I might be able to play Cuphead. I don't want to play anything I haven't played before. Oh, you know... Let's just go with Halo. I think Halo will do. Okay, here we go. Scariest experience you guys have had during your trips? The only time was when we went to Allegheny and we saw those weird sticks. And that was mostly just of our own devising. Like, we just made ourselves scared stupidly. Robby is a closet furry for sure. If I were a furry, you would know it. I would be loud and proud about that. Don't you worry about that. Okay. How am I going to hear this? The Mister actually makes it really easy because I can output it simultaneously to HDMI and analog. HDMI stuff is not as easy. What do I do? I need headphones, right? Yes, I need to put headphones in my monitor. Switch over to that. We got this. We got this. Don't even worry about it, guys. Don't even worry. Not that anybody's worrying. But we have the technology. We can rebuild him. Cybernetic man or whatever. What is that? $1 Million Man? I can't remember. All right, I can definitely hear the game now. We're in business. Multiplayer, yep. Social games. You're not connected to Xbox Live. Come on. Oh yeah, those Chamorro chip cookies, fantastic. Did I already say that? Where is my Star Fox shirt? What happened to that thing? Did I get rid of that? Dude, I lost shirts. Like, I lost my freaking... Hold on, I need to turn this off so that I don't dox my password here. I don't know what happened to the Star Fox shirt. And then I had this Star Wars shirt that was just the Star Wars logo. No idea what I did with it. This is not a password I use anywhere else, so it's probably fine, but whatever. Those amiibos are dangerous, man. Gotta be careful. How many do I have now? I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I got 8 now. Okay, Slayer, no Halo 4. I don't want that garbage. Halo 2, 1 reached. I don't want that garbage either. 1 through 3, we'll be fine. I'll be fine. Oh, what do you have to do to get me back into FF14? You need to invent the hyperbolic time chamber. If you can find some way for me to play that game without an extreme time commitment, I'm all in, man. You don't understand. I want to be into that game. It's just the amount of time commitment is too much, man. It's too much. Like 100 hours just to get through the regular story for like the first set. Come on. And I can't just start in the middle. I gotta get in there from the very beginning, you know? The name Fat Corns, it has its origins in when I was in middle school. It doesn't make any sense. The story is just like, this guy was making fun of our principal, and he would say the principal would say big corns. And then for some reason I turned in, okay, why are my controls not correct? What? Who did this? Who changed changed all my stuff, man? Universal default thumbstick layout, southpaw inverted. Okay, there we go. Who changed my controls, man? Anyway, so it makes some slightly more sense if you were there at the time, but it still doesn't make any sense. But I've had it since middle school, so I just kept it. It was my stupid game name. Well, the audio from my monitor is really terrible. love life I just don't talk about. It's like I just keep it on the not the down low, but you know, just completely I don't talk about it at all. But yeah, that is true. I did just get engaged to the A7S III. I do love that camera. That was a great camera. Well, I'm doing terrible. Next gen consoles. So I'm actually more excited about the Series X because of all of the backwards compatibility. Like, that backwards compatibility is fantastic, man. But I don't know if I'm gonna, well, first of all, I'm not interested in doing the pre-order rigmarole or having to fight people for it or like checking the internet for the privilege of paying $600 for one of the new systems. I will not be doing that. I didn't know that could come down. That must be a anniversary edition thing. But once they're readily available, me buying one of the new consoles just on an impulse, that's pretty likely. Like if I happen to be on Amazon and like PS5s or Xbox Series X's are in stock, I'll be like, yeah, I gotta do it. It's just because I like new technology. That's what I'm most interested in them for. Like obviously there's no launch games that I'm interested in. And I say obviously because literally I don't even know what the launch games are. No idea. I know that Spider-Man, the new Spider-Man's coming to PS5, but that's also coming to PS4, so I don't even consider that like a launch title. It's just like a cross-gen title. I'm not interested in those. But the problem with getting one of the new Xboxes is that my PC plays all the new games. So while I don't get how am I doing? I'm doing horrible. Come on, man, I gotta lift up my team. I'm finding right now, though, that playing a competitive multiplayer game and talking at the same time is also proving to be somewhat difficult. I feel like platformers are the one game that I can really stream and talk at the same time. But yeah, Xbox Series X, love the backwards compatibility stuff. I'm kind of tempted to get it just for that. That was the main thing. I was like, dude, if it has all the same backwards compatibility stuff, oh man, that's gonna be great. Which it does. I bought an Xbox One X specifically for backwards compatibility. And I haven't really regretted it. I didn't pay that much for it, so it was not a huge deal. I paid like $350 for it. Oh, mama. Oh my God. You are very lucky that your sniper friend saved you. Ah, Demon Souls, yeah. Demon Souls... Okay. Woo, got him. Demon Souls is a game that, or the whole Dark Souls franchise, I want to see what it's all about. But that's one of the cases where the actual aesthetic turns me off. Like that type of aesthetic I'm just not into. I don't know why either. Like it's kind of cool, but it's a little too dark and grimy for me. I need a little more color and like that Final Fantasy flair. Like if you made a Final Fantasy type of looking game with that gameplay, I'm sure I would have already been into it by now. But yeah, Demon Souls is supposed to be really good, so I would like to see that at some point, but anyway. Oh, I was like, that's a blue guy, right? I have not played through Ori and the Blind Forest. Actually, my buddy AJ got that for me for my birthday or Christmas a while ago. And I feel kind of bad because I never even played it. No, I did play it. I launched it and installed it and everything, but I don't know. That's kind of what I'm talking about. Like, I almost need to be tricked into starting new stuff. And then once I do, I'm like super into it. I can be super into it if it's actually good. But the hurdle's kind of high there. Like, for whatever reason, I have a bit hard time just jumping into something and giving it time and hoping it gets good. Hollow Knight, that was a game that Michael insisted was a great game. And so I gave it a shot and I really enjoyed it for the 15 or so hours I played. But I got stuck at one point when I accidentally got to this place that I was way underleveled or underpowered for. And I got stuck on there for a long time. And then actually eventually when I went to visit Michael in Pennsylvania, he got me unstuck, but it was too late at that point and I had dropped it for too long and I'm probably never gonna go back to it. FF16 releasing sooner than expected, I could see that too. And just like when we say sooner than expected, obviously that's comparing Square to their usual release schedule where it takes forever for anything to come out. But I could see it being a little bit faster. Very curious about that game because the aesthetic of there is very borderline for me. Where I'm like, it's kind of too far into the, oops, I didn't mean to leave. Kind of too far into the Western style, but I'm definitely gonna give it a chance. That is true, Marie. Although everything I have seen of them looks great. So I totally believe you that your recommendation is completely solid. I would definitely enjoy it. And I am doing you and myself a disservice by not watching it. But I still hold that I will watch that at some point. Cyberpunk, I was just thinking about that last night. And I don't remember what prompted me to think about it. But I will probably get Cyberpunk. But every time one of those big games comes out, what was the last one? I think Red Dead 2. Red Dead 2, I wanted to play so much, and I enjoyed a little bit of what I played, but it's just, some things of it are just so off-putting that makes it so hard for me to play it, where I just want to get on the horse and I just want to walk through the camp and I'm just mashing the A button, or X button I should suppose, just madly mashing that button trying to get him to walk. It's like not even run, just walk. And he's just sauntering. And so I never got to see that game through. So I don't want that to happen with Cyberpunk also. I don't think it will. Like, doesn't seem like that's the type of game it would be, but we'll see. Because it does look really cool. Like, the Cyberpunk aesthetic is not my favorite aesthetic, but I like it well enough. And everybody says The Witcher 3 is just the bee's knees. Which, that's another thing, man. The Witcher aesthetic is kind of what I'm talking about with Final Fantasy 16. You can tell Final Fantasy 16 was super inspired by The Witcher and Game of Thrones. Like, I mean, it's clear as day. Like, there's a scene, literally, where they're like in one of those kitchens talking strategy. And they're always in them kitchens, man. Not kitchens, dining rooms. It's like there's people at a table, and there's people sitting and standing in front of the table, and then they're talking strategy or, I don't know, some dire stuff. And I don't know, I just kind of need more color in my stuff. Am I the only person in the game? I was like, dude, I don't see any teammates and there's all these red dudes. Okay, I could just quit and make this less painless for everybody, but should I quit? Will I get... See, I don't want to get penalized and not be able to play matchmaking. That's the thing. Comeback kill, baby. Ooh. I don't think Cyberpunk was pushed back. In fact, I think it just went gold recently. Actually, I could probably beat these guys, because sometimes it's harder to beat one person because you can't find them. Come and get it, baby. Come and get it. Come and get it. Hatchet! Oh, that melee should have hit. Yeah, the Matsuno influence looks awesome. And Final Fantasy Tactics, one of my all-time favorite games. Vagrant Story, that's an interesting game. I finally gave that game like the old college try recently. I mean, I really gave it a try because I love this aesthetic and the story and everything. Just for some reason, that game just, that aesthetic is like perfect for me. Well, not perfect for me, but I really, really like it. Dude, is this got PC crossplay? How is he doing text chat? Did they add crossplay to this? Anyway, Vagrant Story, man, I wanted, oh man, I still want to play it through it, and I still may give it another shot. But the gameplay is so inscrutable, and I don't understand how I'm supposed to do anything in that game. Like, I made it relatively far, and I felt like I was doing okay, and I was like, okay, I finally think I got a grasp on this. Then I got to one boss, and it was just so hard, and I was doing so little damage, and I just didn't know what I was doing, and I was just like, okay, enough of this. And plus, it just didn't feel that satisfying. Like, the timing of everything just didn't feel that great. Like, it's got like this combo system where you have to like hit stuff at a certain rhythm. And the rhythm is so bizarre. There's a really bizarre rhythm to the, he like cuts and then he does a slash and you have to press it at a weird time. I don't know. I almost got almost four-shotted him. Oh man, I'm hooping on these dudes. I might be able to win. Favorite Valve game? Probably Half-Life 2. That's the one that I enjoyed the most anyway. If you want to be, oh, maybe Portal. Yeah, Half-Life 2 or Portal, probably. If you want to be one of those tricky dickies. Is that even a word? You could say Orange Box. Orange Box was good. I've never been a great sniper. I've always been an okay sniper. Like a decent support sniper if we're playing like objective-based games. But I'll always prefer a battle rifle. Oh, yes. And come around that corner. Come around that corner, baby. Oops, almost grenaded myself. Oh, come on, guys. You thought you were the hunter, but it is you who are being hunted. Oh, almost got the overshield. Oh, Unsung Story. Man, what a disaster. Have you guys seen that game? Have you seen how bad it looks? That's mean. I'm sure they're trying very hard. But man, that art style, who signed up for that? If you said they're making a spiritual successor to Final Fantasy Tactics and you saw that art style, how could you not immediately just like balk? Literally just, that is the only word that is accurate to describe how I felt seeing that. Balk. I was like, ugh! Looks like a World of Warcraft, like a bad World of Warcraft clone. And man, the story behind that game, how come there's so many bad people out there? People who just like go back on their word or just like take people's money and they're all out there. Did you guys read this Foxconn story about the plant in Wisconsin? Like that was a crazy story for years now. And then there was just like a whole huge piece on TheVerge.com talking about it. Like truth is stranger than fiction, man. Oh, multi-thrill, baby. I have played Horizon Zero Dawn, and it was good. It wasn't quite the revelatory experience that I had maybe hoped, but it's good. Wow, he foreshadowed me. Yeah, Portal, the sense of humor in Portal is so good. The writing is fantastic. Portal 2 is great because of the co-op. Co-op is so much fun and so interesting. Yeah, come on, chase, guys. Ooh! Ah. Hey, Bob. Welcome. Oh, dude, I have not seen any of the new Premiere stuff. Is that already out in the new update? Because I downloaded that update, but I didn't know what it did. I always download the latest Premiere updates because the program is so unstable that every time they release any update, I'm like, oh man, maybe this will be the update that'll bring some stability and fix just all these niggling bugs. But usually what happens is they just introduce new bugs. They'll literally like fix bugs and then bring them back for other versions. It's really weird. And I'm sure they don't do it on purpose, but come on, man. They really gotta appeal to their base a little bit more. And I am their base. I've been paying $57 a month for like 5 years now for that stupid program. The least they could do is make it a little more stable. I mean, they have added some other good features like the hardware rendering that they added. Oh, it's fantastic. I can render so fast and it's so reliable now. Which that was a long time coming. We had so many render problems for so many years. Man, I really want to win this. Up by 1. I need to get a couple more kills here. Gotta get the drop on him. That's the drop I was looking for. Can't get to him though, unfortunately. That was a good grenade though. Yeah. I did play Left 4 Dead. I can't remember if I played the second one or just the first one. Or the other way around. But it was good. I didn't play that much of it. I never finished it. But I enjoyed my time with it. Come and get it if you really want it. I got the high ground, Anakin! The high ground actually matters a lot in this game. It was really helpful. Oh, you should not have been reloading, Caleb.
30 seconds.
Don't you know I was waiting for you? Oh, that was a good grenade. Crap. Oh! Oh, Shadow King. More like Shadow Joker. Oh man, yeah, I wanted to play Half-Life Alyx too. That looks great. Oh, it's snowing already? Oh man, can't wait for some snow. Any answer other than Day of Defeat source is a Zoomer answer. You know, people talked about Day of Defeat so many times, and they were constantly trying to get me to play it. But like aesthetics matter. Like I keep saying this, but like the aesthetics of a game matter too much to me. For whatever reason, just like I've gotten into plenty of war games, don't get me wrong. Like Battlefield, loved it. But as soon as I found out Day of Defeat was like a World War II game, I was like, so I think we were just playing Halo 2 Anniversary, which was like a reskinned remake, sort of multiplayer only thing that they did with the remaster of Halo 2. Justin, that's great, man. Thanks for watching. Michio with the capital Z's for the Day of Defeat. Okay, so Halo 3 is my favorite of all the Halos. Oh, I've never played this map before. What type of stupid map is this? I really don't like that in Master Chief Collection they rely so heavily on user-made maps. If I wanted user-made maps, I'd play something that's not Halo. Oh, it's a thing of beauty, man. Oh, it's a thing of beauty. I'm sure somebody did work hard on this map, but the thing is with user-generated maps, they can't put any artwork on it. You know, it doesn't look like a cohesive map. It just looks like a bunch of square boxes, because that's what it is. Uh-oh. Square boxes. What a poet I am. I'm just like a wordsmith. Wow. Yeah, Master Chief Collection is great. If you want to get back into Halo, it's really easy to get back into it now. It's $10 on Steam for any of the individual games, and then $40, I think, for the whole collection. Which I have it on Steam, I forgot, but I guess it's just as easy to stream off of the console as it is the PC. Probably easier, actually. Oh, snarled mirror. You tried. The important thing is you tried. What? There's two of them. No? Okay, no. I was like, where did he come from? I don't know the geography of this map. Geometry, I should say. I might have gotten him killed because I was in his way. Whatever. Yeah, in the Halo series, with these custom maps, they don't allow, or I don't even think there's any way to do custom textures and stuff, or custom art assets. So it's just whatever they give you. Oh, I'm coming to get you, Snarled. Coming back for more. Have you guys had a Bialy before? I was at the bagel store like a few weeks ago, And then I saw on the menu it said Bialy. I was like, what is a Bialy? I got this new thing where every time I don't know something, I look it up. And I look it up to my satisfaction. Like a lot of times I'll ask people about things and then they'll give me an answer and I'm like, I don't like that answer. So I was like, Robby, you need to take things into your own hands. Oh, I knew there was a dude back here. And just look these things up. Like just look them up and then actually learn, okay? Don't be this like, you know, that's actually a thing that lately just my society, like my country, it's just like we seem to revel in stupidity and ignorance. Just not knowing things is somehow a sign of, is an okay thing. And I really don't want to be somebody who just is stupid. I'm so stupid in so many ways. And a lot of it can just be prevented by taking the time to actually look stuff up. So maybe looking up what a Bialy is, a type of Jewish bagel bread type of thing. At least that's, that even like proves that even that I've looked things up, I'm still kind of stupid. Like that was what I took from like the 10-minute YouTube video that I saw explaining what it was. A Jewish bagel bread type of thing. Anyways, it's type kind of bread. It's kind of like a bagel, but there's less sugar in it. So it's not as sweet. It's a little more hearty, bready tasting. Anyway, I looked it up, and then today when I went to the bagel place, I was like, oh man, I'm gonna have one of them. And had one, I did, and it was delicious. It was great. Bialy. Actually, I got a onion bagel with cream cheese and a Bialy. And I just planned to try the Bialy, and I had the onion bagel with cream cheese as a backup in case I didn't like it. But I liked them both, so I ate them both for breakfast. And I was like, I definitely did not need to eat 2 bagels for breakfast, but whatever. I went for a solid run today. Got some exercise in. Well, these guys are pretty good. Oh, and Shin Chen, welcome. Welcome to the stream. Tom, yeah, if you got the game, send me an invite. I'm not going to get on voice chat, but feel free to send me an invite. Although I don't know how much longer I'm going to play. We could probably play a couple games because I got to go eat soon. Why did I go in there thinking that? Yeah, Superior Hiking Trail looks so cool. That's a video that I need to do. I gotta think about the logistics of doing that. How would I film that? Doing any type of long distance thing like that that lasts over a week. How? I will accept that invite as soon as this game's over, Tom. We can go play some Halo. What was I saying? 200 miles. Let's see, if I did... I could well, if I did the whole 200-mile thing in a video, I'd have to drastically alter how I film. Because like when I did the Timberline video, for instance, right? That was 40 miles in like 4 days. Was that 40 miles in 4 days? So it was like 10 miles a day, right? Or was it less than that? In any case, when I did that, I more or less, well, I guess I didn't, as far as like the filming style, I did pretty much what I usually do. I do lots of tripod shots. Maybe did some less tripod shots because I was by myself, so going back to get the tripod was a lot more cumbersome. because I didn't have anybody else to do it at any point. And also that terrain was rough, but if I did a 200-mile trail, all right, I'm just gonna wait until we die. Or lose, that is. If I did a 200-mile trail, I'd really have to find a way to like just film not as much, which is really hard for me to do. But also doing a 200-mile trail would be so interesting to watch, man. I would love watching that. I'd love doing it too. How come I'm not getting any of these kills? HCZ Zillow's taking all my kills. Yeah, you'll have to do a hike with Thomas. He knows how to he knows how to move. Am I ever going back to Japan? Yeah, at some point. Is this the invite? Oh no, that's Danny. Invitations, here we go. Oh no, maybe there isn't crossplay anymore. Oh, okay, yeah, Tom, sorry. I'm playing on an Xbox. Okay, I could set the PC up, sorry, but well, next time I'll get the PC going and we can play some Halo. I want to do these streams a little bit more often anyway, so. But yeah, Tom, we'll play at some point. The X-Bone. Remember Ken Bone? Do you guys remember Ken Bone from 2016? Hilarious. When you don't know or understand something, it's not stupidity, it's ignorance. Yeah. Stupidity is when you know something, but yet you ignore it and do the opposite. Well, that's the question, man. Is like, are people just being stupid or ignorant? Like, I feel like, why do my controls keep getting changed? Actually, here's the real question for me. Is do not people not feel shame? Like, I feel shame at all the stuff that I don't know. I feel like lots of people just don't feel any shame at their ignorance. Like, my ignorance just causes me great shame. I'm like, man, I'm just like, well, I haven't played Halo 1 in ages. Feels so weird. When am I going back to Japan? Man, am I ever going back to Japan? Yes, definitely. That's without a doubt. Assuming, like, international travel becomes possible again. I'll definitely do it. Oh! Wow, this Halo 1 pistol is ridiculous. How? Oh my God, this pistol. Oh, it's been so long. It's so fast. How is it so fast and so powerful? It's a 3-shot kill and you can shoot that fast? Also, why is he not dying? Is this lag or something? Is this lag? Don't you wish you could just eat when you wanted to? Definitely. So much. Yeah, doing a series. I guess. Yeah, I don't know. I need to think about the logistics of doing that. Because I could definitely release them as a series, but just the filming part's the bigger issue. Like the releasing and stuff is not as big as an issue. It's like, how do I film that and also do the 200 miles? Because I don't know. Yeah, Shelter We Trace. We've done lots of portions of the Shelter We Trace, actually. So that would be really cool to do just because I know that many parts of the trail are awesome. Oh, man. Sorry, Shaq. Oh my God, Firestorm. I'm just three-shotting everybody. Oh, that was a two-shotter. Somebody already loosened him up for me. We used to call that tenderizing. We'd say like, oh, he's tenderized. Kin Bone. Oh my God. Guess what I won't be watching tonight? Woo! Oh, each game has independent controls on MCC. Okay, I didn't know that. Wait, can I set for all games? Set for all games, yeah. Maybe you have to do that one at a time. Oh, you have to do it for each option. Okay, I see. Okay, yeah. I just need that universal recon and southpaw inverted. Kin Bone was undecided. Kin Bone is a liar then. If you were undecided in this election, I don't even care which side you are on, you cannot be undecided. If at this point you're undecided, that's willful ignorance. Or willful ignorance, AKA stupidity. As we have discussed in the chat. There's no way. Like, you cannot be a rational human being who has been paying attention to anything and not have already decided. Like, whichever side you stand on, you have decided at this point. Unless you have actively been, like, not paying attention to anything. Anyway, sorry, we don't have to get into politics. We're not going to get into politics. Don't go back to Master Chief. I'm just saying, from a universal standpoint, it'd be like they got a pizza and then like a pie or whatever, and you can't decide. Come on. Did we win or lose? I wasn't paying attention. Oh yeah, Borat 2 comes out. Does it come out tonight or something? I thought it was tomorrow. Every time somebody posts or types SHT, it looks like, you know what it looks like. And I keep saying it in my head. Yeah, Recon Southpaw. So the Recon, when did they initially add, so it's like RB to reload and pick up stuff. When did they put that in? I think they put that in Halo 3. Yeah. But the Southpaw inverted, that comes specifically from the first-person shooter I played on a console. Was probably GoldenEye, but I don't know why that was missing. That was weird. It was probably GoldenEye, but the first one that had like some sort of dual analog. Like nobody looked up and down in GoldenEye, right? Everybody just used the C left and C right to strafe left and right. Nobody looked up and down. But the first first-person shooter I played on console where you actually did that was Turok Dinosaur Hunter. And the default controls in Turok Dinosaur Hunter were actually Southpaw. Like you use the C buttons to go forward and back, strafe left and right. And then the analog stick was turn left and right, look up and down. So that's how I've always played, is just Southpaw, and that like cemented it for me. So it was weird to me actually when I found that standard default was look with the right stick. Because that also doesn't make any sense to me, because most games you do all your fine motor controls for movement and everything with the left stick. So you have lots of practice doing the fine motor controls with your left thumb. So you'd think that you'd want your aiming on your left thumb because that's what you have more practice with, right? But people play default very, very well. And actually, I eventually learned how to play default. I'm just not nearly as good with it. But like for third-person games, I'll use default. If you don't play video games, that probably made no sense to you guys, but if you do, hopefully that still made some sense. I don't know if it did. Dude, that sound of the shields, like the dun 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 dun, and then like the hum of the map in the background is just so immediately brings to mind late nights playing this game at like 2 in the morning with friends and so tired, but you're like, I gotta keep playing. This is so much fun. Damn, these dudes are just working me. My team is working them, so that's good. I gotta get that. Gotta get that overshield. I gotta go back to that for a second. There's no way Ken Bone is undecided. This dude is like, I'm gonna wear my red sweater. I'm gonna say I'm undecided again. And I'm gonna be on TV again. Like Ken Bone knows what he's doing. He got a brand. He's selling it. Ken Bone's working the Bone brand. That's what she said. Ken Bone, come on, man. At least have some. Just be honest. Let's be honest here, Ken Bone. You could just say, yo, I'm definitely decided, but I'm just pretending I'm undecided. Just pretending I'm undecided so that I can get on TV again. Ken Bone, come on, man. Ken Bone. Whew. So funny. Oh, yeah. Yeah, PCT and JMT, in fact, if the pandemic hadn't happened, I probably would have already planned for the JMT already. The JMT is the shorter one, right? Yeah. Welcome, Claire. I'm glad you could make the live stream. Oh, no, I have not seen that viral video about GoldenEye. Oh, we won. Wow, quite soundly, too. Can we talk about Mountain Dew for a second? Do you guys like Mountain Dew? Is like Mountain Dew a thing? People like Mountain Dew? People swear by Mountain Dew, and I do not like Mountain Dew. I don't like the taste. I don't care about the caffeine boost. It is just like, man. Yeah, Bob, I actually broke one of my lenses on the last trip. I'm always breaking stuff. How did you break yours? Thank you, Nick. My dentist decided that I don't like Mountain Dew anymore. Yeah, people swear about that Baja Blast. I think Michael, my friend Michael, he really likes Baja Blast. Oh, dude, speaking of Baja. Well, technically, speaking of Babka, have you guys seen the show Barry on HBO? I don't know what the dude's name is, but it's a dude with no hair. He's completely bald, no eyebrows, and that's just what he looks like. He's so funny, but he's got this line in there that is so good. He's like, I was at the store buying babka, 2 babka. Oh man, laugh at that all the time. Oh man, that sounds terrible, Bob. Slipping and falling is no good regardless, but doing it and then also breaking your camera is literally insult to injury. Oh no, it's mine. It's mine, baby. Okay, he got it. I should have done what he did. A discounted 7-Up cake. Haven't I had a 7-Up cake at some point? Like a Sprite cake? Maybe I had a Sprite cake. I can't remember if it was any good or not. But I guess that makes some sense. I mean, like Sprite is just sugar water. So you just put sugar and water into a cake. I mean, it's not too much different from what it already is. Actually, that probably is just what it is. Yeah, no ho, Hank! Oh man, I was at the store buying babka, two babka. That show gets surprisingly dark, but it also gets surprisingly interesting, the twist that they came up with. Also, Stephen Root is awesome. That dude is so funny. He plays Bill in King of the Hill. Oh, speaking of which, King of the Hill, I started watching that again. Like, I watched it when it aired, but I haven't really watched it since then, and I haven't seen all the episodes. That show is absolutely on par with The Simpsons in terms of brilliance and writing and story and characters. It's fantastic. Just top of the line. And it ended. Unlike The Simpsons, which is currently a zombie shambling about on Fox. I was about to say Fox 59, but that's the Indianapolis or the Indiana Fox affiliate. But yeah, Simpsons now is just a shambling zombie. No, I'm playing on Xbox Mauto. We actually, Tom tried to join earlier and we found out that there's no crossplay in this game. I have it on Steam though, so next time I stream this, we can play on Steam, and we can get a group going. I bought a new basketball. Has it improved my shot? No, man, my shot is already fantastic. I'm not even. What on earth is that? Oh right, they have custom things you can do now. Interesting. Oh, cosmetics in games. It is astonishing how little I care about cosmetics and customization in games. I wish I cared more. Like Brian and Andrew, they always get so into it and they're always so excited to customize. I'm jealous of them. Like they're having such a good time and they're like, oh yeah, I'm gonna customize this and I'm gonna make my guy look like that. And then I'm like, I don't care. Why don't I care? But yeah, my shot doesn't need improving. There's lots of times where, it's like you're modest or whatever. My shot is fantastic. I have an excellent shot. I have a textbook shot for him. I shoot the lights out when I played. Like, my shot is beautiful. I could go put on a clinic sometime. But actually, the real point is that I played with that basketball once, and I haven't played with it since. So. Next time I'll play, I'll let you know, though. Francesco, don't you worry, I voted. Oh my God, did I vote? I voted like last Tuesday or something. It's like they have early voting from like October 6th until November 3rd here. And I was like, oh, I'm going. So I didn't go the first week because I didn't want to go when like people were super excited. So I went the second week and it was still relatively crowded. But man, you better believe I voted. And you already know who I voted for, so I mean, I don't even need to talk about it. But I voted. Ever been to Devil's Lake, Wisconsin? I looked into that actually. That looks really cool. That's a place that I will probably go to. Wisconsin is like, after I went there these last 2 times, I was like, oh man, Wisconsin is great. Wait, did I go twice or just once? I just went once, right? Yeah, I went once, okay. West Virginia was the other place I went to. Yeah, Wisconsin is dope. And it's not that far. It's only like a 4-hour drive. You know what else is dope? Like, it just never disappoints. West Virginia. West Virginia is fantastic. Just nothing but great hiking spots. I just wish it weren't so far. It's like 6 hours. 6 hours is like the magic number though. Like where we live, just anywhere cool to backpack is always 6 hours away. Like, oh my God, guys, did you see that? That was on purpose insofar as like, that's what I wanted to happen, but it was not on purpose insofar as I had anything to do with it. I just sprayed and prayed. Not really sprayed and prayed, but I prayed. Prayed and I happened to hit my target. Oh, that was, come on, that was so close. That was mere millimeters from his head. Oh, I got you. I got you. Oh, he got away. Oh, Nigel. Oh, you know, Bob, that's funny you should say that because while we were hiking this past weekend, I got to change the camera's battery. Where we were hiking at this big like rock overlook, somebody found a, or somebody looked down in the crack and saw a phone. Somebody had dropped a phone. All right, I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. Wait, hold on. Test 1 2. Can you hear me? I gotta go to the bathroom real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna mute my mic. In fact, I'm gonna take it off just so we don't have any Jeffrey Toobin incidents. Is his name Jeffrey? I don't know Toobin. You know what I'm talking about. Okay, I'm back. Phase detect autofocus is the stuff, man. Phase detect autofocus. I have played Ni no Kuni, actually. I haven't played all of it, but I played a decent amount of it, and I enjoyed it. But the gameplay never clicked enough with me to get good enough at it to where I could actually... What happened to my signal? Dear Xbox, I would like to be able to see what's on the screen. What was I saying? Oh yeah, I never got good enough at it to actually feel competent. Okay, well I guess I'll just play through OBS, that's fine, whatever. What am I gonna play? Hot Shot Racing, I'll play a little bit of it. It was not as good as I'd hoped. I'm kind of glad I didn't buy it and I just played it on Game Pass. It has some definite, oh man, the look of it's fantastic. The music is not bad, but the actual gameplay, it just, once it gets into the harder difficulties, it didn't feel very good to me. Top 3 hiking spots. Number 1, Dolly Sods. Number 2, Manitou Island or Pictured Rocks. Number 3, if we're talking about the US, then maybe Grayson Highlands. Oh, I don't know. Oh, Dolly Sods and Pictured Rocks and Manitou Island. There you go, top 3. Maybe not Manitou Island, maybe Pictured Rocks. Pictured Rocks, Pictured Rocks, come on, man. Nordhaus Dunes, just any Michigan dune, fantastic. Okay, what am I doing? What am I doing here? Okay, yeah, let me show you. So let's go on expert. Normal and hard were fine. Well, hard was even not that great, but normal, wait a minute. Yeah, normal was great. Hard was getting a little bit not fun, and then expert doesn't seem to be fun at all. But we'll give it another try. Let's try Aston Martin here. Yeah, let's do this. Bulldog. Let's see how that runs.
This isn't just fast.
Yeah, more through hikes I've definitely thought about, Nick. But like, it seems like hotshot racing, even when you're doing really well, it's really hard to just get ahead of the pack and really feel like you're doing really well. And like, even the slightest mistake just gets punished so badly. Maybe I'll eat my words and I'll actually start doing really well, but I don't know, I just felt like it's been a little bit too hard on expert. Otherwise, this game, man, I can't tell you how much this game appeals to me. First of all, I love racing games. Racing games more and more have become my favorite genre. I don't know, I like the meditative feel of it. You can just like zone out, play. Like, look, one mistake, got put in third. Maybe that's the point. It's called expert. I'm about to sneeze. Sorry if that was loud. I don't know. I'm not too into super hard difficulties. Maybe I'm being unfair. Like, I feel like that doesn't really matter that much. Actually, I had a really good time with the normal and hard modes. Oh man. You know, actually this needs a rewind button. That's one of my favorite parts about the Horizon series or the Forza series. Is that you can rewind when you make dumb mistakes. Because otherwise you have to start the whole race over. Which, I mean, I'm sure there's purists who are like, well, that's the point. You may be right. You may be right. Oh, a shuttle ride, yeah.
Welcome to Area 41. The truth is out there.
Oh, Inertial D. If that's a game that I'm thinking of, I think I played it. It's the one on Steam and you have to use dual analog sticks to control. And like one does drifting, the other does turning. That was a cool game. I only played the demo. I'm not sure I would actually be super into the full game. There's another interesting looking one called like Dirt, Rally Legends or something. It's like kind of top down-ish, and it almost looks like little Matchbox cars, but that game looks cool too. Art of Rally, that's what it's called. Art of Rally. Yeah, actually, you know what would take this game from a good game into a just great game would be better music. Music's cool, but it's not all time or anything. You know what was a great racing game that had great music? Sega Rally Revo. The Sega Rally games too, but Sega Rally Revo, for whatever reason, people like gave that very middling review scores, but for whatever reason, I just super dug that game. Unfortunately, I sold it, and it's been delisted from everywhere. I could just buy another copy, but never got around to doing that. That's a problem with selling stuff, is the pain of having to rebuy it is usually enough that you'll never reacquire it. You're like, why did I buy this? Now I have to pay for it again? I can't do it. I mean, you don't have to bully me. I just need enough time to do it. That's something I was noticing recently, is like the main episodes take so much time to make. I mean, it's like the bread and butter, and I don't want to stop making them by any stretch of the imagination, but I could make a lot more videos if I didn't have to make the episode. Or if there was some way to speed up the process of it. But also, you speed up the process of it, you're gonna have to start taking things that kind of make the videos what they are. Well, I guess the big one is music. That is just the ultimate hurdle, writing music. And I've talked about this so ad nauseum, I don't even know if I should just keep talking about it, but you guys know what it is. It's just like, you could reuse music, yeah, but then it's less creatively fulfilling. We could write less music, but that actually might be a solution. Write some new music, reuse old one, I don't know. I just feel like that's one of the most interesting parts to me. It's like usually if I watch an episode now, it's usually I'll watch a scene that has a song that I like. I'm like, oh yeah, I like that song. So if we take out that aspect of it, then it's, I don't know, you lose kind of the soul. And you lose kind of the scrappiness of it. It's like these crazy motherfuckers right here are writing new soundtracks for every episode. Oh, come on. Also, it makes me feel like I understand Uematsu's pain, man. That dude, well actually, you know what? How many songs have I written? I've probably written like 300 songs. 300 plus songs. Somebody do me a favor, if you can. Tell me how many tracks are on the Final Fantasy IX soundtrack. Because I feel like Final Fantasy IX was the straw that broke the camel. I'll look it up myself, actually. Final Fantasy IX was the straw that broke Uematsu's back. And he was like, okay, I can't do this anymore. This is too much. Albums. F. Where's the F? There it is. What? What's going on here? Why is none of my Final Fantasy stuff showing up? As much as I love Apple's everything, like they do so much great stuff, their music app is terrible. It's so bad. How is it so bad? I don't understand. Okay, Let's see. 32. Oh, it says at the bottom. Okay, 110 songs for Final Fantasy IX. Let's see. 110 songs. Let's see, the latest episode I have on my iPad here. Let's see, Grayson Highlands. We did 14 songs for Grayson Highlands. One, two, three, four, five, six, seven. Yeah. So it'd be like 7 episodes worth of songs. We've done 40 episodes. So that would be 6-ish. 6-ish video games worth of songs. 6-ish Final Fantasy IX's worth of songs. Which, I mean, 110 songs? That's, I mean, that's a beefy ask, man. Yeah, the music for me is like the soul of a lot of stuff that I enjoy, so to take away the music would kind of take away the soul. But maybe the answer is to just take even longer to make the episodes and then film more solo videos in between. Instead of just like with the Dolly episode, I just worked on that for 3 weeks without doing anything else. Barely even making vlogs. Well, I guess I interspersed vlog. The vlogs, I feel like I found a reasonably good tempo. I'd like it to be a little bit more regular, but still, it's better than it was for sure. It's not daily or anything like I had for a while, but I'm never going back to daily. That's impossible. I could do daily if I wasn't filming myself. Like if I wasn't the one who had to talk every day and have stuff that I want to say and also be in the mood to actually say stuff on camera, then yeah, man, filming, like if it's just filming like stuff or filming people talking, I could do that every day. I could do that endlessly. I could film and edit stuff every day for the rest of my life and never get tired of it. I haven't gotten tired of it. There has never been a point where I've been like, man, I really don't like filming. Well, there has been plenty of times where I'm like, I don't want to set up a stupid tripod to film this. But I have always loved the actual act of looking at something being recorded, and then even more so going into edit and then looking at what I recorded. Oh man, it's endlessly entertaining. Literally endlessly entertaining. Bob, thank you. I'm glad that it was good enough that she actually watched it too. I like that car. Aston's car is pretty good. Have you played Xenoblade yet? No. No, maybe at some point. That's another one of those games that's like, it's so big and daunting that I'm like, oh man, I don't know if I'll ever have the time where I'm... It's not even a matter of time. Everybody can always make time, okay? Especially when you consider how much time we waste on the internet, you know, and just doing random stuff. But it's like the focused attention time, that is limited. And when you have a job or just something that you do every day, like I feel like your focused attention just, it's finite. And at some point at the end of the day, you're like, I don't have the attention to actually give this game what it needs. Like a racing game is different though. Like a racing game, it's using, it's kind of how like you can talk while driving, you know, and you can forget that you're even driving and you just suddenly show up at where you were or wanted to go. But like some more involved stuff, especially anything with a story, I want to actually like commit the time and everything to really experience it. The focused attention, not so much the time. The time is obvious because you have to commit the time. Like Final Fantasy VII Remake, dude, I literally carved like a week of my life out. That was my life for like 4 days, maybe 5, maybe longer. So I'd get up and I'd play it till the end of the day. And like if you have a full-time job, how are you supposed to do that? You can't do that. You have to be one of these crazy people like me. Alan, thank you. Alan H93. Glad you liked the videos. A silent vlog with music. I have done it once, and I don't remember what the title of the video is. But I think I might have talked a little bit, but it's mostly silent throughout. And it's just music. It was a long time ago. It was probably like in 2015. Man, what was that called? I used a Reign of Kendo song. I thought about doing one with no music before. Like that's like an interesting creative challenge. It's like, can you make a video with no music that's actually interesting to watch? And obviously there's plenty of videos like that. Like any MKBHD tech review, like those are fantastic. There's no music in those, except for the intro. He always uses really good intro beats and you're like, oh yeah, this is jamming. Yeah, actually, you know, I was too hard on this game. This game is awesome. This is a really good game. Also, you know, the Switch, I love the portability of it, but more and more I just can't buy games for the Switch knowing that I could buy it for PC or one of the more powerful consoles and have it in 4K. Like I bought Hardcore Mecha for the Switch, and it was great to play in the car while we were driving, but the handheld performance was so poor, and I was like, oh man, could have gotten this 4K on one of the other systems. Actually, I don't know if that game is 4K, but it would have been a rock solid 60 at the very least. Yeah, you know, it's funny, the post-production, everybody has, actually, you know, there's multiple things. I was talking with somebody yesterday or the day before, talking about how there's different types of, well, let me get to the post-production first. First, the editing is my favorite part. Seeing what I did, well, not photography. I don't particularly like photography editing at all. That's why I take pictures on my iPhone. My iPhone will produce better pictures. Like maybe the image quality isn't quite as good, but the editing that it does, the automatic editing, is way better than what I could do myself, or it's faster than what I could do myself. So I just don't see the need to take all the time to set up my camera and then bring it home, put it in Lightroom and then tweak it when I could just take a picture with my phone and boom. Plus I'm always taking video, so I don't even take pictures anyway. I do take pictures, but not in the same way as probably most people do. But the editing of videos, I love it so much. Especially the vlog. The vlog is literally, it's like opening Christmas presents every day. I get to open up my memory card basically, and it's like a package. It's a package of footage that my yesterday self packaged just for me. And was like, oh, you're gonna like this tomorrow, man. Pick a good song with that, edit it together. Oh, it's gonna be good times. And it always is. It always is, man. And it really actually stems a lot from the music. So if I don't have good music to edit to, or if somebody makes me edit a video with crappy music, it's not painful, but it's not nearly as fun as it would be otherwise for me. Like the music and seeing the music, I've seen the visuals come together with the music. It's like eating chocolate cake to me. I'm like, yes, I must have more. Krusty Prong, what did she think of the video after being forced to watch it? Bob, I've been making videos for 6 years now and my parents still haven't watched a video. Actually, you know, I actually really like that a lot of my friends don't watch my videos. Like, it makes me feel better somehow that my friends are just like, yeah, I don't care about that. Some are just like, yeah, I have no interest in watching that. But like, it's almost like comforting in a way that you can have people who are like really good friends with you and like you just for like who you are, not like anything that you produce. Like they don't care at all about that. Not that I think that anybody who likes my stuff would only like me for my, like the stuff that I produce, but I don't know, there's just a strange, and it's also nice too because you don't have to wonder like, oh, have they seen that? And am I telling them a story they've already heard? Just like you can automatically assume they have not seen it and you can just tell them about it and it's a new story. On the flip side though, when somebody has seen all of my stuff, it's really fun to just be like, oh, remember that one time, and they already know what I'm talking about. Also, the really interesting part about having, like the vlogs, probably more so than Adventure Archives for sure, because you get a much better look at like my personality and who I am and everything. But every time I meet somebody who really likes the vlog, like we're already good friends because they've already screened me. You know what I mean? Like, you know how like when you meet somebody new, like you're kind of like, you're not deciding, but you're automatically like drawn to them or not drawn to them based on their personality, the things they like and don't like and everything. But one person has already done that in that equation when I meet somebody who watches the vlogs. Somebody has already decided like, oh yeah, I'd like to be friends with them, or I would like to be friends with them. So it's like, then it's much, much more likely that I'll be friends with them and like to be friends with them, you know? Will Rogers, yeah, man. I'd like to say my mom is my biggest fan, but she's probably my second biggest fan. My biggest fan, or our biggest fan for Adventure Archives is definitely Brian and Andrew's mom. She is like the ultimate mom viewer. Which I'm very appreciative that my mom and their mom both like our videos. Which, I mean, whose mom doesn't like their stuff? Like, that's a classic thing. I'm not sure my dad has watched any of my videos. If my dad has watched any of my videos, I don't think he's watched anyone all the way through. Like, I'm sure he's skimmed through them or whatnot. He's seen all my China videos when I went with him. He's definitely seen those, but he hasn't, I don't think he's seen a full Adventure Archives episode. I'd be very surprised if he had. I don't think he has the patience to sit down for that long and watch a video. My dad, literally, like this, I was like, dude, how did you create me? That's bizarre. As he was telling me about this YouTube channel, like some Chinese YouTube channel that literally summarizes movies. And he was talking about how this was a good thing. He's like, oh yeah, it tells you the whole plot of the movie and just summarizes it in 10 minutes. I'm like, dude, why are you even watching the movie? Like, why do you even watch movies if you think a 10-minute summary of a movie is better than the real thing? He's like, oh, people are always like overacting, they're acting too hard, and then you're just like too serious, which I can get behind some of that stuff, but I'm like, dude, like, just, I mean, that might be why I don't watch a lot of movies, is like, and I have very particular tastes. Well, it's actually, that probably goes back to what I was talking about earlier. It's hard for me to get into stuff, but once I get into it, I'm like, oh yeah, this is great. I should have just not been resisting from the start. But it's like a 10-minute summary. Oh, it's better than the actual movie. I'm just like, oh god, those people who work so hard on the movie, crafting every frame of the movie, trying to make it look perfect, doing the color and the sound, and you know, people, script writers, like trying to get just the right dialogue and everything, and then just finding out that all somebody wanted was a 10-minute summary. Nick, I'm glad you liked the Dancing in the Street video. I should do another one of those. That was an interesting video because I didn't really feel like filming. And I was like, no man, you gotta go out there, you guys gotta do something, man. Go make yourself uncomfortable a little bit. You'll feel better afterwards. You always feel better after making yourself slightly uncomfortable for some things. Not for everything. It definitely doesn't work for everything, but for some things, man, you should push your boundaries a little bit, and then afterwards you're like, man, I'm so glad I did that. Yeah, I think maybe a big part of this game is you gotta memorize the courses a little bit better. You gotta have really good, especially on expert mode. Man, it's punishing hitting those walls. Ooh, this song's kind of jamming. Oh, the music doesn't keep playing. Hold on, let me catch up on chat real quick. My kid made this hot garbage. Go watch Rick Steves and don't waste your time. Hi, I'm Rick Steves. I didn't realize I wasn't in frame. Let me fix it. Am I on the stream at all? No. Okay. I still do have this canvas and wooden chair. You know, I really need to do something about my chair situation. I don't know why I haven't. You know why I haven't? I actually do know why. It's because I don't want to get a chair and then be disappointed by it. I don't want to spend like a bunch of money on a chair and then find out that it's crap and then have to go through the whole rigmarole of returning it and all that garbage. I just want it to be, I just want a good chair that's comfortable, good for gaming, but this is absolutely not it. For working, I guess if it were for work, I would have gotten one already, but for working, I'm almost always standing. So, although I've been using a crappy stool from the kitchen, and that hasn't been going very well either. But yeah, I need to get a proper chair if this is getting a little old. Actually, if you guys got recommendations, let me know. Although my taste for spending a lot of money on something is not very high right now. I'm always down to get new stuff, don't get me wrong. I do have that addiction. But my taste for spending money is not super high at the moment. Like this song is no good, man. And I don't mean that in like an insulting way, like the person who made it should feel bad. I always think about like the creator, right? Like, I'm sure they worked very hard on it. And they're like, God, I just gotta come up with another song. But this is, I could tell, I could be wrong, which is somebody who's wrote lots of bad music. I could tell this is one of those times where you're like, this song's not very good. But I've heard it enough now that I'm kind of used to it. And it's not sounding as bad as it did before. And I can't keep working on this stupid song. I gotta move on. And I feel like this is one of those situations. Because it's not really much of a song. It's just like this escalating scale repeated over and over again. Ah! Oh, I'm coming for you. Woo-hoo-hoo! That was a good overtake. Ah! Ekes that one out, baby. A standing chair. A G tracing chair. A crappy stool at my kitchen counter / standing. Steel case chair. Autonomous ergo chair. I'm gonna need prices, guys. A Brown says his G tracing chair was $130. Or her chair, he or her. But this chair that I'm using now, this is literally like a hand-me-down. It's weird, dude. Like sometimes I'm so particular about things, and then other times I will use some random piece of crap that somebody gave me years ago. Like until I bought my mattress. Okay, we gotta pause for this. This is like unbelievable. Until I bought this mattress in the other room. Hold on. You know what, in fact, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna go full screen on this. Actually, I want to take a break. Is camera online? Check. Okay. Until I bought that bed in the other room, I was using a mattress that I don't even know where it came from for like 5 years. And it was just this terrible full-size mattress. God knows who owned it and for how long and where it was coming from. And I used that for years. And finally I was like, what am I doing? Like sleep is like one of the most important things that I do every day. And I'm sleeping on this crap mattress that I don't even know where it came from for no reason. For no reason. No reason. So I finally got a proper one. But I don't know why I just let that go for so long. Like I'm so particular about certain things that I obsess over, you know, just all sorts of weird stuff, but for some reason I let that go. Hashtag Robby rants. Man, I should fly the drone today. Get the sunset for the vlog. I haven't filmed any vlog footage today though. Filmed a little bit this morning, and then oh, this is gonna be too hard. Playing on OBS, and there's a very slight delay. No, actually the delay's not too bad. Filmed a little bit for the vlog, but I've mostly just streamed today. Is this the final race of the series? I think it is. I listened to a Reply All episode talking about conspiracy theories while playing this game for like 2 hours once. It was maybe like an hour episode. I don't know how long the episode was, but however long the episode was, I was playing this game the entire time I was listening. So now looking at this game, it reminds me of that conspiracy theory. It's like now the two are inextricably linked in my brain. I'm doing so well here. What time is it? 5:16? Yeah, I'm gonna have to eat soon here, guys. Can you guys hear my legs shaking? It actually doesn't happen that often anymore. Oh, I don't sit that often anymore. Maybe that's why. It's weird that there's like there's stigmas against shaking your legs. Like I remember one time I was in Japan, and my host mother and I were sitting at a bench in the subway, and my legs were shaking. And she was like, don't shake your legs. And I was like, why? It was like, it makes you look like a homeless person. I was like, what? I was like, what does that have to do with anything? Oh, I got a gold on expert on that. I didn't even realize that. It's like, what does that have to do with anything? Shaking legs doesn't have to do with anything. Oh, Asura's Wrath. That is a fantastic game. Let's see if I still got my save file. I don't think I do. When a mattress gets too old, it's like laying on raisins. Yeah, we got sun here. It's quite nice today. I ran outside and it was like 70 degrees. It was beautiful. Oh man, pizza stream. I'm probably gonna have a burrito. Actually, I do have some bread. I might make a piece of toast with butter on it. Oh, that's funny. Press start. I guess I didn't have any save data. Okay, we're not gonna play this now, but this game is so good. And when this came out, I played all of it. I downloaded all the DLC. It was great. The thing that really sold this game for me was the music. They used like the Holst. That's how you say it, right? Holst, yeah. The composer, Holst. He did like the Symphony of the Planets or whatever, and they used Jupiter and one of the other ones. I can't remember which, but they're great. It's good times, good times. Ooh, I downloaded Battletoads with the intention of playing that with Michael and AJ, but Michael's been working on his new house. Next pizza party stream. I don't want to overpromise and say tomorrow, but there's an outside chance we can do it tomorrow. Outside chance. Sunday. There's a possibility it's Sunday too. Sunday could be possible. Actually, you know what I wanted to do today for the vlog is I wanted to go out and film all the orange and red leaves. We're not exactly in full force for fall yet, but we're getting there. And where we went in Tennessee, it was just starting, so we didn't get peak fall colors by any means, but it should look pretty cool for the video. Spicy Spam and powdered cheese. You know, it could have been decent. Francesco, don't worry about me, man. My diet's actually pretty good right now. I feel like I get a varied amount of different stuff. It's certainly better than when I was eating bacon every day. I'm getting glare on my monitor. That's okay, I've seen this like a million times. Also can't hear the audio. I need a way to hook up my Nintendo 64 to the capture card. Xing Chan just pops in like, did someone reference the spam corradilla? I like how I can use the pandemic as an excuse for my hair too. I'm like, oh, this is the pandemic's fault, man. Everybody's got that pandemic hair. Oh, I actually have sauerkraut in the fridge right now. Brian and Andrew's mom gave me a big thing of the, I can't remember the brand, but it's like in a plastic square jar with a black lid, and it's got like the cardboard on top of it. That stuff is just as good as homemade, and it's just better to just buy it. But man, it's been so long since I had sauerkraut. Sauerkraut is so good. Oh man, bacon and eggs sounds really good right now though. Received potion. I don't know how I feel about the cleaned up graphics in these versions of the game. They're fine, but it's almost like a different game. Like it's so different that it's like what it would look like had this game been on Nintendo 64 with sharper resolution than Nintendo 64 was capable of. Like this garage shading or whatever it's called that was so big in the Nintendo 64 era. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah, actually I could just hook up the PS1 and play this, but that's okay. This is so much easier. Convenience versus quality is a fine line. Is that what I'm trying to say? I'm not sure what the correct phrasing is, but for certain things, convenience trumps quality. And then for certain things, vice versa. Like cameras, I was thinking about that today actually. I don't think I can keep using my phone for any filming. Like I bought the iPhone 11 Pro specifically because it has that wide angle camera and it's the best cell phone video. Like it's the cell phone with the best video quality at the time anyway. I guess the 12 Pro Max will be the next king. But every single time I film with my phone, I'm just like, oh, I'll just film with my phone real quick. I always regret it. I'm like, oh, this looks so bad. Now, I'm not talking about pictures. Pictures, fantastic. I'll throw my DSLR in the trash and I'll take pictures with my phone. I won't take pictures with an iPad, that looks like garbage. But my phone, oh, looks beautiful, it looks fantastic. It doesn't look, I mean, we talked about that already. But video, every single time, I'm like, I can't do it. It's not good enough. This is not good enough. And it's really good. Like, especially like if you watch a cell phone video on a phone, great. But if I look at a cell phone video on a monitor and I see how boo-boo it looks, I'm disgusted. I'm disgusted with my own incompetence and in an unwillingness to just suck it up and actually pull out the big camera and film it properly. Also, you know, after having the A7S III, if that GH6, the Panasonic GH6, does not have phase detect autofocus, I will not use it. Autofocus in 2020 is not negotiable. You cannot have a good camera. If your camera costs more than $800, if your camera costs more than $500, I'm gonna put it even lower. If your camera costs more than $500 and you don't have good autofocus, it's unacceptable. In 2020, that is unacceptable. You have to have good autofocus for a video camera. The technology is out there. I don't know how much it costs, but there are plenty of cameras. Okay, well, maybe I should actually think about the lowest price camera that has good autofocus. Dual pixel autofocus, Canon M50. Yes, that one's $500. Okay, yeah, the Canon M50 or whatever has dual pixel autofocus. If your camera doesn't have dual pixel autofocus, just throw it in the trash. It's 2020. We don't want to deal with this anymore. Because I was filming, we had this one segment where we go into this building in the latest episode. You'll see it when it comes out, obviously. But I'm filming with the GH camera because I'd broken the 20mm for the A7S III, so all I would have had was the 55mm, which is way too telephoto for an indoor space. So we needed to use the GH5. So I was hand holding the GH5 and I constantly had to manual focus for different stuff. And I was like, dude, this is untenable. Like, I put up with this for so many years. If I can't buy my way out of this problem, what am I doing? You know, I should be able to buy my way out of this problem in 2020. Okay, I understand that not everybody can afford that, but I can afford to get a camera with good autofocus. Why am I still putting up with it? So actually, on this next episode, I kind of feel like I want to figure something out before we film. If we're not using two cameras that have everything, in fact, if we're not using two Sony A7S IIIs or one A7S III and one GH6 that hasn't even been announced yet. Unacceptable! I'm mostly kidding, but not having autofocus, come on, man. How did I even get on this topic? Oh, the cell phone video, right. So in the Trump, quality trumps whatever, quality versus convenience. So quality and convenience, that's right. So like, for me, quality and convenience when it comes to headphones, for instance. AirPods, 100%. 100% convenience won over quality. When I'm listening to a podcast or whatever, in fact, you know, the thing is, I actually think, like, I'm probably crazy and I've totally invalidated most of my opinions by saying this, but I think that the EarPods, just the regular Apple headphones, and the AirPods by extension, because they sound like exactly the same as those, they're like some of the best sounding, that form factor of headphone I've used. Like, I bought Sennheiser headphones, like those type of earbud headphones that you have to put in and they got the little rubber and it has to like stick in your ear far enough so like that it vibrates properly. I don't think those sound as good. Or actually maybe I do think they sound as good, but the convenience and the comfort was probably the big problem. They weren't nearly as comfortable as the Apple headphones for me. Like the Apple headphones, they fit in my ear so perfectly. They don't fall out. And lots of times they're so comfortable, I don't even remember that they're there. Where was I going with this? Oh yeah, so AirPods, they want out over, the convenience want out over quality, big time. When it comes to music, I generally don't listen to music with those. If I'm gonna listen to music, it's usually, well no, I do listen to music with them. Yeah, okay, well I guess I should say that convenience totally won over quality. I do have regular headphones, I have great speakers too, and I will lots of times listen to music and stuff on those, but when it comes to podcasts and everything, no man, come on. Convenience 100%. Shing Chet is the Corradilla Kool-Aid man. Yes, Jason. When it comes to video, it's also I've stared at video too much. Like, I could tell you what camera, like if I'm watching on a big monitor, I can almost always tell you what camera it was shot on, if I know the cameras. Like any of the cameras I've ever owned, I could tell you which camera it was. Like you go shot by shot through an episode, I'd be like GH5, A7S, A7 or A7S2, A7 III, A7S III, GH4. I could recognize all. Maybe not GH4 versus GH5. I could because we use different settings, so I'd recognize it through the settings, but if they had been the exact same settings, I might not be able to tell the difference. Oh, A6300, I could tell you which one that is. This is crazy. Like there's all sorts of telltale things that you can see in those, but subsequently, or consequently, I have ruined myself for any type of lower quality video. Now when I see lower quality video, I'm like, come on man, I can't do this. I can't do it. Oops. Oh, this game has a double input problem too. This version of the game. Actually, when I was streaming on Twitch a few years back, I was playing this on PS4 and that kept happening and I thought it was a controller issue. It turns out it was just an issue with the game. Oh man. I really want to play through Final Fantasy VIII Remastered. I bought it, I just haven't even given it the time yet. Naive Urban Gardener, hello! Welcome. Oh yeah, eat this. Oh yeah. See, that was very poorly translated. It says, attack while its tail's up, exclamation. It's gonna counterattack with the laser. There's supposed to be a comma there. But that's a... I don't know why they didn't update the translation for these remakes. If you, not these remakes, whatever you call remasters. They don't even call these remasters. They just don't even call them anything. They just call them the game. But if you're gonna change the graphics up and raise the resolution and everything, like, man, just go ahead and fix the script. There's no problem with fixing the script. Come on, man. Yeah, the sunlight's getting kind of intense. I'm not even playing with music right now. This is still quite entertaining. A bolt of lightning! What? A bolt of lightning! Yeah, but you know the next big hurdle. I mean, and there's lots of other stuff too, but for cameras, like the next big hurdle is taking these big cameras and making them smaller. Now that we've got the perfect camera, we've got the A7S III over here, just the things that you can improve. Well, what would be my biggest improvement? My biggest improvement would be size and weight. They can improve the size and weight. And it just gets more and more perfect. Oh, you better believe I've watched Tim Rogers' slow translation of Final Fantasy VII. God, was so good. I was just waiting for the next ones to come out. Man, Tim Rogers, dude, I cannot wait for his next video. Oh, that reminds me, I still haven't finished his Last of Us review. Partially because I don't really care that much about Last of Us, but I still want to finish it. And his Doom review had so much extra stuff at the end. I still haven't even finished the Doom review. I got through like the main portion of it, but there's like 20 minutes of extra stuff at the end. Tim Rogers, well, no, actually, I don't feel that way with Tim Rogers. I like it when I see other creative people and I'm 100% happy for them and I'm just in awe of what they do, but I don't feel bad that I'm not doing what they're doing, and I don't feel bad that they're doing so much more than me. I hate it when that happens. Like when I see somebody doing something great and then I feel either jealous or like either jealous or like if it's in a similar field to what I do, or if I feel like I watch their stuff and I'm like, oh dude, I'm not doing nearly enough. I should be doing way more. If I feel either of those two things, I hate that. I just like being happy for other people's work and being able to enjoy their work and making it very two separate things, you know? Like their work has nothing to do with mine, which is the reality of it in the first place. Just because somebody else is really good at something, even if it's in a similar field of yours, there's plenty of eyeballs for everybody. There's no reason to be jealous. There's no reason to, what's the word? God, there's a word. No reason to something other people's work. Not belittle, but it's something like belittle. I can't remember what it is. Anyway, the point is, with Tim Rogers stuff, I do look at his stuff and I'm like, this dude is a beast. The amount of work and effort he puts into these videos is unbelievable. Just literally unbelievable. I don't know how he does it. He's always talking about how he has really bad migraines. I'm like, you have such bad migraines because you're probably not sleeping, because you play these games like 20 times and then you make these massive videos that are just so intricately produced, so perfectly produced, like it's glorious. Just absolutely glorious. I don't understand how he does it. But anyway, what's my point? My point is Tim Rogers is amazing. Although he does make me feel really stupid, just like, this guy is like a lot. Well, you know, that's funny. In one of his videos, he talks about Undertale. And then he talks about having this exact same feeling I'm talking about, where he's like, seeing somebody else create something with so much heart and meaning and just like Undertale, if you haven't played that game, just what a game, dude. That is just that is an inspired piece of artwork. Is that what I'm trying to say? It's an inspired piece of art, that's what I'm trying to say. And he was saying it made him feel like he just never made anything of worth to anybody. And I was like, man, if somebody making these Tim Roger videos feels that way. Oh, I didn't get Jesse. Oh, I've always wondered what happens if you don't talk to Jesse. That's funny. Now I know. Somebody like that still feels that feeling, then everybody probably feels that feeling to some degree. Oh yeah, man, Final Fantasy 7 or Final Fantasy 10, that was great, dude. Yeah, I should play that. In fact, I just picked it up on Switch. I should probably play that at some point for a stream. Final Fantasy 10, man, I love Final Fantasy 10. Final Fantasy 10 is fantastic. I don't think it has that many detractors, but whenever I see people detract or denouncing, is denouncing the word I was looking for earlier? Yeah, I think denouncing was the word. Whenever I see people denouncing Final Fantasy 10, I'm like, come on, man, this game is fantastic. There was this huge boner for, hating on linear games back in like the early, or in the PS2 era. It's like everybody suddenly started complaining about linearity in games. I'm like, dude, that is just another type of game. non-linear is not better than linear. Okay, they're both great and they both have their place. So when people were complaining about Final Fantasy, it's like, oh, it's so linear, it's so linear. And I get that to some degree. It's that Final Fantasy in the past has not seemed as linear as it actually is. So people were like, oh, Final Fantasy is not linear, but I'm like, it actually is super linear, dude. But it doesn't seem that way all the time, especially the dungeons and stuff. But Final Fantasy VII is quite linear. You go from point to point, and it's a very straight path. Yeah, starting another replay of a Final Fantasy game for the millionth time other than instead of playing a new game is a situation I'm very, very, very familiar with. Thomas, that's really interesting. Like, the look of the camera, I'm so glad I'm immune from it. You don't understand, man. If I also cared about what cameras looked like, it would be the end of me. Because then I would actually like get cameras for the way they looked, and I would still not be satisfied. I'd be like, oh, I don't really like the way the A7S III looks. Oh my God, what a nightmare. Like, it's already a nightmare enough that I think about cameras as much as I do. And not exactly. I mean, it's really, I really love it, and I love it when the technology actually meets my desires. That's fantastic, but I don't want to be obsessing over the way cameras look. Envy, lust, criticize, disparage. Disparage! Jason Bourgeois for the win. Disparage. Not denounce, not belittle, disparage. That's my ring finger. I can't even get it up independently. It's attached to my middle finger. Yeah, disparage. That was it. Thank you, Jason. Yeah, but there was a huge, like, as DMN said, there's a huge boner for these sandbox games. Everybody's like, oh, linear, a non-linear, sandbox, blah, blah. And interestingly, people kind of like turned the corner for Final Fantasy 15 because then when that had this big sandbox, we were like, I don't like the sandbox, it's boring. And then it's like, you don't know what you want. You say you don't want linear in Final Fantasy 13 and then they give you Final Fantasy 15. I guess people could make the argument that they didn't think Final Fantasy 13 was good beyond its extreme linearity, but well, if Witcher 3 wouldn't be a replay for me, that would just be a play. I do need to play that. In fact, it's on Game Pass. I could easily play it. I can't play those type of games on stream, though. I need to already know how to play the game. Like, especially if there's reading involved, it just does not happen. I cannot talk and read at the same time, which I guess makes perfect sense. Who can talk and read at the same time? Man, the Final Fantasy VII Remake was so faithful. Oh, crap. Well, guess I'm not going on the date with Aerith. Yeah, handling of the camera, I could see how that would be important to a photographer. I mostly use my cameras on tripods and gimbals, so the actual way the camera feels in the hand has never mattered to me. I guess it would matter for, oh, I didn't mean to fight them. It does matter to an extent for the vlog, but I've never really thought about it in the sense of that being an option, like having a camera that would handle better, because it's always features and specifications first. Okay, I'm really gonna have to stop soon because I gotta eat, but let me get to the next save point. Yeah, everybody tells me Witcher 3 is awesome. Like, Andrew played the crap out of it, I believe. And he was saying that every side quest has a better story than all of Destiny 2. All of Destiny, in fact. Destiny, What a disappointment story-wise. Oh, Khan, thank you for the $20. Okay, now we gotta do a pizza stream. Pizza on me, thanks for keeping these vlogs coming. Thank you for the $20. I'm gonna put that to good use. We're having a pizza party sometime this weekend. Probably Sunday. I don't think tomorrow, but probably Sunday. It's gonna be great. Oh, you know, I'm also gonna have to stop soon because this iPad's gonna run out of battery soon. But yeah, Destiny, I have played every story expansion of, well, every story mode of Destiny 2. So I haven't done all the raids. I think I only did the first raid, which was that Gold Palace, what was his name? Caius. That's the only raid I've ever done in my life, actually, and it was awesome. It was so much fun. Like, there was times where there were so many enemies on screen that literally you barely had time to reload. In fact, you didn't have time to reload. You just had to hope that your teammates were still shooting. But the story, oh man, it's so disappointing. And Shadowkeep was garbage. I don't mean to disparage, oh man, what a great word. I don't mean to disparage all the hard work they put in, but especially after that previous one, the Forsaken expansion, where you're fighting all those, it's like you're doing the bounty hunt where you're fighting the 8 dudes and then like you're chasing them through the thing and it's a big boss fights with big dudes and you're shooting them. That was so much fun. Shadowkeep was just like the darkness, the moon, something, and you're just like, and then you just go through some dumb corridor and then you shoot some guys and then you press X or square, I guess, on the thing and then you just wait for, yeah, Destiny. Yes, I absolutely still do that ridiculous thing before 8 p.m. And, you know, I think there was a lot of confusion on that. The reason I do the 8 p.m. thing, okay, this has nothing to do with like a caloric restriction or something like that. It's that I don't want to eat right before I go to bed, because when I eat before I go to bed, I don't sleep well. And it's so easy to snack at night when I don't need to. I've already eaten dinner. I'm perfectly satisfied. My body has perfectly been taken care of. There's no need to go eat ice cream or go eat another sandwich or whatever. I could just be done eating for the day and give my body a chance to be like, okay, yeah, all right, we're done eating. Great, good. We've eaten dinner. We can eat tomorrow. So that is the reason for not eating after 8 p.m. It's not like the time is not arbitrary. The time gives me 4 hours before bedtime. I usually go to bed at midnight. So 4 hours for my dinner to be completely digested, and then I can go to sleep and be perfectly unburdened with food in my stomach while I'm sleeping. And the $50 is just to make me actually stick with it. Because at night, I mean, there's times where you're just sitting there like, man, I'd really love to just start snacking on something. Then you're like, yeah, why not? Let's do it. And the $50 means that you can still do it if you want to. If you don't mind paying $50, go ahead. Spend money. But if you do, don't do it. Yeah, the details. You know those little things, the handholds swaying in the thing? It's like if you have spent lots of time riding a subway car, like in Japan, I'm just repeatedly talking to her, I didn't realize I was doing that. That's just something you see all the time, so like it gives the place a sense of reality and like a realness to it. I love trains, man. Where I grew up, there is no trains whatsoever. So seeing this or actually experiencing trains when I went to Japan, it's fantastic. Naive Urban Gardener, thank you for better toppings on your pizza. Oh man, well now I'm gonna have to get a good pizza. I can't just get a pepperoni. Do you start getting hungry again when you go to sleep? Usually not. As long as I've eaten a proper dinner. I never get hungry. I sometimes want to eat, but it's always just for entertainment. It's rarely like a full-on hunger because I usually know that my deadline's coming up and I gotta eat a solid dinner where I'm like, okay, I'm good to go. $50 would buy a fair amount of pizza. This is true. This is very true. That's why I can't lose my $50. Ghost of Tsushima. I played the beginning of it up to when you got to the open world, and it seemed cool. I just wasn't in the mood for starting a new game, a big game like that, so I gave it to Andrew, and he has been enjoying it thoroughly. He says he loves it, so. Okay, let's save. Man, I gotta play Final Fantasy VII Remake again. That was great. Pepperoni English muffins for dinner later. Doing a 22/2 today. Had a good workout. This is my reward. I don't know what that is, but sounds difficult. Dude, I had these biscuits. Just like a big bag of biscuits from Cheesecake Factory. And a big bag of pepperoni, probably also from Cheesecake Factory. I don't know how exactly it ended up in our house, but it had something to do with donations that didn't get picked up or something. And for a couple months there, I would just put pieces of pepperoni, I'd cut the biscuit in half. And this is American biscuit. This is not like the British biscuit that's a cookie. I'm talking about like I don't even know what you call them in Britain. It's like a breakfast biscuit. Cut it in half, I'd put pepperoni on it, I'd put that in the oven, and then I basically just toast it and I'd eat that. That was probably like the most unhealthy thing imaginable, but that was really good for the couple weeks of that I did that. I think pepperoni might be the most popular pizza in America. It's my favorite, and it's a lot of other people's favorite. Just pepperoni and cheese. It's great, dude. So good. Film camera experience is going really well. We haven't taken any pictures since Dolly Sods, and part of that is because that camera's so heavy. I was just like, I picked it up and I was like, dude, I can't carry this. So we might bring it on the next trip, or I might just actually use the rest of the rolls of film and go around town and take some pictures. Or I might just finish this roll of film and then send it back to you, and then you'll still have those two rolls of film. Especially now that the fall colors are out, you can take a picture, yeah. It's great. Pepperoni pizza is the platonic pizza topping. Let me get an exact definition of platonic because I have not heard it used in that. I mean, I get from context what you're trying to say. Well, you know it's a long stream when I run out of battery. Okay. Yeah, get your F's in the chat. Oh man, my food creations. Okay, anyway, hold on, let me switch. Let me do some cinematic switching. Hold on. Welcome. That's probably too much detail. This autofocus is so good though. Look at this. Like, you probably don't really realize how miraculous that is. Okay, we're gonna talk about how miraculous this is, actually. This is just unbelievable autofocus, come on. All right, I really gotta eat after this, but okay, here we go. Okay, so this is the shallowest depth of field possible. It sticks to you like glue. And it puts the little box right over your eyeball. Well, it's having a little trouble with all the sun, but look at that. Okay, I think we gotta end it here, guys. There was a picture of my uncle. I can't, well, I was gonna take my shirt off, but there's a hilarious picture of a webcam, like Andrew was talking to him on a voice chat or something. And it was just like, you could just see his head, and he was like, yeah, I'm naked. And it was just his head poking up of the frame like this. Ooh. This is the A7S III. It's the latest camera from Sony. Francesco, tell your girlfriend thank you. I sometimes think I am good looking, and other times I make weird faces and I don't think so much. Okay, I really gotta go, guys. Thank you very much for joining today. Maybe we'll do a stream tomorrow again, but probably not a pizza stream. The pizza stream is probably on Sunday. Maybe we'll do it tomorrow. I don't know. Just be on the lookout for it. Thank you guys for watching, though. Have a good one. Don't eat any corradillas. Get yourself some real food. Get yourself some food that looks at you like you look at your food. You know what I mean? Don't get yourself a corradilla. A corradilla won't treat you right. Okay. All right. Thank you, guys.